lovely people of the internet! 'Tis I, Ophelia Hartwig, aka Savage Minnow, here with my actual mama.
Good morning.
Is just as surprised as you guys are to see the new intro.
I love the new intro. That's so cool.
GeoSam
and
did
then
that
it's
for
like
us.
up on the thing now.
Yeah.
On the corner. I love it. Thank you, GeoSam.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good job.
GeoSam did that.
I love it. That was
Isn't
a
that great?
surprise.
I
Yeah.
gotta put his info in the. I haven't updated my description yet. But,
okay. Because that's he can do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be quieter. I know. I'm working on that. That's what I'm being noisy, trying to set up my quietness.
It's okay. It's okay.
My future quietness.
Aw, Mark said that he thought that you were my sister.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
Hey, exiled.
Thank you very much, Mark. And I will get that check in the mail to you.
This is why we do cross-platform, and why I do the chat in the middle is so that you guys can talk to each other. Some of you guys are on Twitch, and some of you guys are on YouTube. And
if they're on two different platforms, they can talk to each other?
Well, with the thing in the middle, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what cross-platform means, I guess.
Yep. Hey, I'm here, but I am a jumble of exhaustion pain. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, simultaneous. So I might not be very active. I understand.
Well, I'm glad. Thanks for checking in, and I'm glad you'll be listening.
They said, love the intro and yay for a camera. Because, yes, we do have a camera this
You're
week.
so right. Thank you. You know, I'm just sorry that...
New subscriber. Thank you, Exile. Thank you so much.
Oh,
she used her Prime subscription for us.
Oh, my gosh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
That's so sweet.
That's sweet. And, you know, just one sad note on that is we just kind of look like our normal selves today.
I know. We were so radiant last week.
Yeah, it was
Sunday.
It was a fluke.
It was. It was.
And I thought, with this continues, you know, our life, the trajectory was really going to change. But we're kind of back to our normal selves.
I know. I'm slightly disappointed. You know what it is I didn't do my eyebrows this week, and I did them last week.
You did. Gosh.
And they were looking so good last week.
It was nice. The eyebrows were nice.
Simos is just off to the dentist. I hope you have a good dentist appointment. I hope it goes well. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, Simos.
He says have a great show.
Hey, I saw that interview you did. That was nice, Simos.
With on Fabio's channel.
On Fabio's channel. And great job with the wardrobe. That was good.
Or lack thereof, you know. Thank you.
Yeah, I liked it. The notification didn't show details, just the background.
Oh,
what does that mean?
My where it pops up on the screen where it says notification, like for subscriptions. Exile said Simo's interview was good. Naked Simo's always good.
I'm gonna say I had a warning. I had a trigger warning.
I did.
And it was still, I'm glad you gave me a warning.
I was like, just a warning.
Just a warning.
He's not wearing a shirt at all for this entire interview. But go watch. It's good. It's good.
It was good.
I should link that in the description. You know what?
I think it
Give
may
me one of those 3x5 cards, and I'm going to write down the things that I need to link in the description.
I think it maybe highlighted his long, luxurious hair.
It did. It did. I think, what is it, like a third of the way through, he does like a little hair flip.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and...
I was kind of jealous of the hair flip.
Was it the side one?
Something like, yeah, it was... You know, I don't know if we're doing it to the right direction, though, because of the camera flip. I flipped the camera. So.
Yeah, you did flip the camera. And I think you said you did it at an opportune moment.
Yeah, I think he was saying, well, go back and watch it.
Link it. We will. We will.
All right, what do I need to link? Fabio's channel.
Mm-hmm.
GeoSam.
A stream notebook.
I need a stream notebook.
She shoves things into OneNote.
OneNote, which is actually a digital notebook, and that is a really good idea because the thing is, I like to keep a physical notebook, but then I end up losing things.
She's physical. I'm the same way. I mean, we like written. And I didn't understand the one that
That's
okay.
Yeah, that's just garbage, and I need to go.
Okay.
Sorry.
The one I decided, I'm like, oh, I'm going to read the notes because that's so sweet. Because I noticed that the other day I wasn't.
Thank you, Sabatanius.
Looking at the
Sabatanius
notes.
is like already on it. Thank you.
Because it's so nice that people talk and
Yeah.
chat.
Oh, should I?
Sorry,
I'm going to hide the chat for 1 second, just for 1 second, so that I can show you guys. Wait, it's the whole chat box. Where is it? Oop-a-doop. This is, we're doing the Morningstar Bacon again today. Well, we didn't actually do it last week. I mean, I did it a little bit last week.
Did you?
But
did you practice?
No, because I had it in the.
Because you were hungry?
Yeah.
So you didn't practice the sandwich?
No. No, I did not practice the sandwich because what are we combining with it? Why don't you show them what we're combining with it, Mom?
Well,
this is some peanut butter.
It's a show favorite. It's a fan favorite.
I think it is peanut butter and whatever sandwich.
Yeah. And why should I throw? When I went to the store to get this.
She got straight up bunny bread. I know it's like reversed.
That's what I said, bunny bread.
Because we're on the wrong side if I don't reverse
yeah,
it.
and it was a last minute run, and so it was to not to a proper grocery store.
It was to a convenience store that has a grocery section.
Yeah, and they have gas station. But can I say, you've been in that? I think you possibly worked in that store. What's with the no?
Possibly. I worked there in high school. Like I lived with you. You gave me rides.
I don't know where we lived.
I
don't know.
It's all forgotten. Okay, but what about
what? They don't put prices on the bread.
Both did?
Nothing. I mean, am I the only one that the price does?
That was a mistake then.
This is the third time I've been there and done it.
For bread?
Because I used to do it when we had, when we did work and we had people over sometimes. I'll go get sandwich stuff. Because they do have a nice deli there. Mm-hmm. And they have nice.
They have a beautiful meat department.
Yeah, meat department. And the cheese. They have lots of different cheeses and stuff. So I was like, I'll
Full
get stuff at the deli. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I did end up getting, though, because the one time he told me what rolls they use when they make the sandwiches and they sell the sandwiches. So now I get those rolls. But it's been quite a while, and I've noticed that there are no prices on the bread. And I'm sorry. I mean, the price does factor into my purchase, which purchase I want.
Exiles of bread is really cheap in the UK, but I think it's not as cheap here.
This was $3.30. $3.31 was the checkout price.
I don't know how to translate that to euros or pounds.
I gave up on that a long time ago. I don't know.
Exiled also pointed out that good Thai cooking involves peanuts, so that's maybe what we're doing.
Right.
And she also mentioned sweet chili sauce, and didn't we do that a couple weeks ago? That it was a pepper jelly.
We did a pepper jelly,
not a chili jelly. Okay.
We did a pepper jelly. It was yummy. Love that one.
It is technically wheat bread, but it's like bunny bread, wheat bread. So it's basically
it's not
wheat bread.
It's not wheat bread. This is not wheat bread. This is not.
Hey, Geo Sam! Thank you so much for the intro.
Loved it.
Love it.
Loved it.
And we love the logo. It's
yes. Love it. Thank you.
Mama's figuring out how to use the viewfinder too. I love it.
Mama's figuring stuff out.
But yes, it is. Mm-hmm. It is expensive. Yeah. Pineapple on pizza. I'm
Yum. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah.
Usually get it. Usually get that.
We could do. Should we do a pineapple pizza sandwich sometime?
Ooh.
And settle it once and for all. Be like, this is good.
We did a pizza type of thing one time. I don't know what we used as the base. Did we use those walking tacos? What were they?
Street tacos.
Street tacos. They were a little bitty.
Street tacos,
and they were thicker than They were thicker in proportion to a regular tortilla.
Yeah, they were. It was. Mm-hmm. They're smaller, but they're thicker.
Yes, they were thick as this. Yes, those were good. I don't know what we used. We might have used those to make
And we did.
little
I think
pizza.
we did that one time.
We could do that with pineapple.
I'm down.
And can I just say,
pineapple English muffins for pineapple pizza sandwich.
That sounds good.
Subcutaneous. You
can do,
okay?
Write this down. Write this down. I'm usually the one writing it down.
English muffins. Here's the thing. I don't usually like English muffins.
Love English muffins.
But this sounds delish.
English muffins, those crusty holes in there, and then you put the butter, and then put the crusty butter, and then the crusty thing, and then where it gets soft, where the butter goes in. Oh,
I also need to do.
It's just it's delish. It really is simple, delicious. Also, whilst I was at the little Quick Marty, as we're calling it,
the store.
I noticed something that's nothing new, but caught my eye as we have been on the peanut butter sandwich kick. Wait, Hawaiian bread.
Could we do the pineapple pizza on Hawaiian bread?
That might be overkill, but
right.
and I almost got it for today. I think it might.
It would complement the peanut butter for sure.
I think it would complement the bacon.
Now we have to redo this recipe on Hawaiian bread because you got the wheat and you told me about it.
Yeah. Well, my point was get in and get out. That was my. And I want to thank the guy who let me in front of him in line, which I did thank him twice.
Do you think he's watching my show?
I do. I think he's ran home real quick, hopped on.
He's like, hey, I recognize you.
Yeah,
you're that mom from Gamer Mom Cooking.
No, he's like, are you the mom or the daughter?
Of course he was.
Because I was wearing my no, I was not. But then I felt bad because I did let I
That's
did.
what I'm saying, Sabatanius. It would be super meta, and I love getting meta.
Okay.
Hawaiian pizza on Hawaiian bread.
Okay, meta it is then. Okay.
Meta is like where it is. Okay.
I didn't. I was in a hurry, and Bob, knows I don't make my decisions really quickly. And I didn't want to make the wrong. And I thought it might be dry powder, as your brothers want to say. You save a little dry powder. Save that for the next
time. That's a good thing to keep in mind. Yeah.
So now we've got Hawaiian bread to look forward to with whatever we put on it. And we can, if people have opinions on it, or we can think about it and decide where we want to go. And I don't know, I said that was nothing new. I don't know that I've seen Hawaiian bread. I've seen Hawaiian rolls, every which way. Big ones, little ones. I don't know that I've seen Hawaiian bread.
I don't know either. Yeah, in my mind I was still thinking Hawaiian roll.
Right.
And even Sabatini said Hawaiian rolls. We were all thinking Hawaiian rolls.
Oh, okay.
So you mean like sliced like this?
Sliced bread like that.
See, it says wheat. Look how white that is.
That is white.
Like compared to me, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
I'm pasty AF, okay?
We are white girls. Yeah. And that is white bread. They did have white bread, and it was like glowing.
Did you notice that I kept the Viking back there this week?
I did, because I noticed there's utensils behind my head.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
We did grab those later.
That's a good idea. You did keep the Viking.
Show the bacon. Cannibal Lecter asked us to show the bacon. It's Morningstar bacon. It's not even real bacon.
You smell this box?
It smells like bacon, yeah. Here, I'm going to show this bacon's. This is the box. It's the bacon's.
Because I did this with the stuffing. I did this with the stuffing.
There you go.
Okay. But this box smells like bacon.
It smells like bacon.
Mm-hmm.
It also looks gray on the front, but it is the same box with the green. It's just there's a green screen, so it's
not looking as green.
Subtracting the green.
Oh.
So it looks kind
And
of
it's
gray.
written in, what did we decide, Russian?
Somebody said that. They were like, is it written in Russian? No,
I
it's just
think Bob is
backwards
that,
because when we started doing Gamer Mom Cooking, I was on this side and she was on this side. And then when we moved into here, our chairs switched. But like, I didn't want it to be confusing for you guys.
Because everyone
would confuse us.
Of course. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They'd be like, wait, but I thought that the mom was on the left.
Well, maybe she got a new facial cream and she's
right. You know what? I was talking to somebody last night, and they straight up thought, they were like, "Is your mom even like in her 50s?" And I was like, "Pretty sure." And can I say your age because you said it on here before?
They thought it was in my 40s.
Yeah. She's like, "Is she 50? Even?" She's like, "Damn, she must have been like a teen mom."
Wow.
Aw, Cannibal Lecter is disappointed.
I understand. I understand. If I was
no animals were killed.
If I was a meat eater, I would also be. But if you'd smell it, it smells like bacon.
Yeah. So we're gonna put it. You can show the pan too. I did put.
I'm seeing what's in it.
I think it's mostly just soy and liquid smoke.
Oh my gosh!
You take the cover off.
Oh my gosh! Okay, well, first of all,
excuse the pan. The pan is old. Okay.
First of all, I don't know if they can see that. There's little snowmen and stuff, so that was showing over it. Second of all,
okay, because it was on clearance. I'm just saying.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, get me a roll. Secondly, this stuff looks like a smashed candy cane.
Ooh,
and the snowman over the top of it was.
I'm gonna hide the chat again. Hold on.
That does not look like bacon. It smells like bacon. It's really smelling bacony in here now.
Yeah, that's why I put the cover on it. Again,
I appreciate
this pan is older than I am, so I apologize. I did
put the cover on. It's very bacony.
That's why. Yeah.
But look at that. It looks like snowmen with candy canes. That's what I looked at when I was thinking that it was going to be bacon over there.
Well, my question is, do we toast this? 1 in the chat if we toast the bread. 2 in the chat if we leave it untoasted and just like go with butter or go with the peanut butter. And then I'll stick this in the toaster.
I have my opinion. Now, I have an opinion, but
this one, when I pulled it out of the freezer, I accidentally broke its little thingy off. But I feel like for sandwiches, we just need like most of 3 strips. We don't even need 3 full strips, so it's fine. She's like, it smells so much like bacon. I mean, it does. It does.
Yeah, go.
1's in the chat for toasting, so I'm going to toast that.
Thank you. I agreed. I was sure hoping for toasted. Chair has eyes. Did we figure out, was it, someone thought that I was sitting in the chair one week. And it was because when you do your other streaming, you don't flip it. And when you stream with me, you flip it. And so since I was on the side of the chair.
You were on that side, yeah.
Someone said, well, that I was sitting in your chair.
Which she's welcome to do. I've told her that she can sit in the chair. Like, I
sat in the chair for a few minutes before we went on air, and I had to get out quickly because I would have slept through the whole thing. It's like you could live in there. As we've said, you could live in there.
I mean, yeah, I'm totally down with selling my house now. If you just have like a room where I can...
Yes, bunny bread does need to be toasted to hold up. That is correct.
That's a very good point.
You're correct. Yes.
Bacon looked like a sock. I don't know what that means. Oh, here, I'm going to bring the chat box back up. Sorry.
Brothers, 36, 34, 33, and 17. Ooh, I bet that gets lots of interesting comments. That's an interesting...
Would you like me to put the bacon in the toaster oven?
I grew up on Wonder Bread. I did too.
I halfway did. I feel like we did when we were younger, but then like you kind of quit that. We definitely had it when we were wee little ones. You don't think I remember?
I think when you were wee little ones, I was too cheap to buy it. And
oh yeah, it was just like off-brand.
Yeah, off-brand, yes. When you were little, we had off-brand white bread, yes. That is correct. But the actual Wonder Bread, no. That was that was too high shelf.
Bread's getting an extra toast.
Okay.
It needs an extra toast.
Really?
Sorry.
So it'll hold up.
You're right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that it will hold up. Mm-hmm. I guess I can sit down for a minute.
The grocery store we went to when I was a kid, bread was 4 loaves for $1, except when it was on sale, and then it was 5 loaves for $1.
20 to 25 cents. Now, that was pre-tax, right?
Yes. I kind of think some weeks it was 6 for $1, but I could be way out there, and I've got nobody asked about that.
Okay. So you could, like, if you went to the store with $1, you could get 3 loaves of bread. For sure.
Oh, you get 4. Oh, because of tax.
If you went with $1.
I see what you're saying. You would definitely get 3 loaves for $1, including tax. And yes, where we lived, there was tax on food.
Some places there isn't food tax in the U.S. And where we live, it's a different tax. So like there's one tax on like non-food goods, and then there's another lower tax for food items. Mm-hmm, now, I feel like it should be, and maybe it is like this some places, but I feel like it should be like a lower tax for like necessities. So like shampoo, basics.
It's probably like, where do you draw that line? What shampoo? The $20 bottle of shampoo or the $1 bottle of shampoo? And then would you have a war between the shampoo companies? Like they'd be paying people off to make them tax free? And
no, I think that it's
I don't know. It's just a sticky wicket.
Because here's the thing.
Okay.
This Morningstar bacon, which is absolutely freaking overpriced, it's only 6 ounces. It's cost more than 2 pounds of bacon. Mm-hmm. Got taxed the same as regular bacon because it's food. And I feel like shampoo is shampoo. Okay. And you know what? If you want to pay for a $20 bottle of shampoo, fine. You're going to pay tax on the $20 bottle of shampoo as shampoo.
Okay.
Like, that's where you draw the line. Okay. Is it a toiletry or,
When they have drawn that line on the no tax day, the no tax weekend.
Well, and I noticed that there are items that are like that that maybe some people would consider food, but that aren't. Energy drinks, candy. Those are taxed as non-food items because they're not considered a staple food item.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Yes.
Boba 7 Seed Sensation is £1.60. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine getting like really good bread for like less than $2 now.
Wow. Yeah. Tax for unprepared, then a different tax for prepared, and then different. And where do you live? Subcutaneous. I wonder where that is. Okay, so hot chicken at Walmart is a different tax than uncooked chicken. Okay.
Yes, that makes sense to me. That absolutely makes sense to me because it's like, okay, you know what? If you really need like the bare necessities to feed your family, you can, do it.
In Virginia. Thank you.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. I agree. Spooky.
Spooky's here.
Yes.
Spooky. The other day, I told you incorrectly when I said Spackle did not have a Twitch. She actually does have a Twitch, but it's under her gamer tag, like kind of how I used to have mine, and it's Rugburns. If you look for her on Twitch, under Rugburns. I need to add that to my list of things.
That's your list. You have a growing list, and the morning is young, as they say.
That's Spooky on there, and I thought of that because I was like, I gave him incorrect information. He asked me a question, and I was wrong.
Well, you corrected it, so.
Yes, that you are correct, Exiled, and Actually, if I give you, I'm going to give you a mod.
Oh, if you take it home and bake it, then it counts as the other way. That makes sense, I guess, because you're cooking it at home.
Exiled, I made you a mod. So if you want to link Rugburn's Twitch, you can. Oh, I made you a mod on. That's Twitch. I just did it on. No, I have to do it over here on Twitch. Exiled. Now you are a mod in both places. Exiled. Thank you. You have a shield and a spanner. You are also somebody who has a shield and a spanner. You should feel.
I didn't remember the shield. I remember the spanner, and I had no idea what it meant, but I liked it.
Well, you asked me about the shield first.
Oh, did I?
It was when I was doing crafting streams.
Oh.
And on Twitch, you get a shield. And you were like, what is, I get like a cool little thing. And I was like, yeah, I can. And then you were like, what is that? And I was like, you can put people in timeout if you want, because you're my mom. And like, I just thought it was funny that my mom could put people in timeout. I don't think you've ever used any of your mod privileges on either platform.
No, but I like the option of putting people in timeout. I love that. And I like a little spanner by my name because I just like.
Makes you feel special.
No, I like spanners.
Oh.
You could do so much with them.
I mean, that only slightly surprises me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very useful tool. Think about it.
I mean, they really are, yeah.
Yeah. You can use it for things it's not even for. You need to put a little tack nail in, use your spanner. It works.
Hammer?
For a small nail, you can use it as a hammer, yes. I'm not saying it's the best hammer, but in a pinch, it will work as a hammer.
Did you forget what we were doing?
I get toast. I did not forget what we're doing. I smelled bacon strongly, and so I was expecting you to come through the door with bacon. Is that?
Oh. It is very much the texture of cooked bacon.
No.
I need the thingy. I'm going to burn my fingers soon.
It's flat. It's not bubbly like bacon.
Well, because it's not bacon.
I know it's not bacon. Smells like bacon. This is just a whole nother level.
Oh, no, don't say that.
What?
A whole nother level. Oh, it's an MLM thing. Never mind.
No idea what it means. Oh.
She doesn't know what it means.
I know what it means. I'm just saying.
Don't listen to her.
It's a little curly on the edges.
I mean, if you curl it while it's still hot, it'll curl it. It'll stay curled.
Curl it. Is that like a pro tip?
If you want it curly.
They should make like a little pan with bumps in it that you could lay it on.
Oh, yeah. Museum said, I can't believe it's not bacon. It is.
You see it, you're one.
Yeah, and it's also like regular bacon. It has like, this part is more oily.
Really?
Yeah. If you like look at the texture of it.
Oh, she's correct.
And then it does kind of brown like bacon. So I just don't like it like I don't like it as dark as like Amber Lynn likes her bacon.
I liked bacon brown when I ate it. I liked it really, 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 really crispy.
Oh, this is not really, really. I could put it back in to make it really, 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 really crispy.
Is it gonna affect anything?
It'll just be crispy. It won't change the taste at all.
It will change the texture.
It will get crisp. Yeah, it's like made to get crisp.
I don't know. It's so.
It does make a crispy sound. Yeah. Oh, that part was already broken. But yeah, it does. It does.
I hear no crispy sound.
I'll.
And just now we'll probably get. No one will want to.
Nobody's gonna want it.
Nobody's gonna want to sponsor us with fake meat. But I'm just not a fan of fake meat. If you want to eat meat, eat meat. If you don't want to eat meat, don't eat meat. But if you want to eat fake meat, eat fake meat.
Yeah. So I have a funny
thing. It's just not for me. You have what?
I have a funny thing to talk about when it comes to that. So, Amberlynn, why did you just throw that down on peanut butter?
Because what, you may throw it on the table and you got peanut butter all over your table?
I mean, there was a napkin, but you put your bottles.
I was looking for the napkin and it was way over there. And good grief!
It's okay. I'm sorry.
Under these conditions, I'm
ever.
trying to work under these conditions. I'm serious. And then, thank you. If you could just be on the standby. The conditions I'm forced. Sometimes, if I'm blinking a code, you guys need to be watching because
she's blinking at you in Morse code.
Let's go with Morse code. I'll brush up on it this week. I might have something to say next week.
Oh shit, I forgot about it. No one burned it.
About these working conditions.
Nice and crispy. Crisp it up.
For heaven's sake, watch where you put your peanut buttery knife. And
you can put it like in the peanut butter. Like,
and
she's like, peanut butter.
It worked. And
peanut butter like all over the handle.
And let me just say this. Watch out between what were the two words last week? Was it the week before?
I don't remember. What was the
cane pole? Watch out with the cane pole. Watch where you lay your peanut butter knife and which cane pole you use because this one's on it.
I just wanted to specify that I meant beating someone with a cane and not murdering them.
Is this just a fluke?
Oh, watch.
It's real?
Yeah.
This one doesn't have it though.
Yeah, it does. Watch.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
They're quarter size sheets as opposed
to
half
Did y'all know
size
about
sheets.
this?
Bounty. I
now
thought
we
everyone
can do
knew.
quarter size. Let me know if I'm a little toilet paper square. Yeah, let me know if I'm the only one. Did you guys know about this? She's acting like she thought everybody knew this. Did everybody know?
Okay, so Botanians can only find half size.
Yeah,
Apparently,
I've never heard of these things. But yeah,
I love them because it's like it is a little bit because I have to, but it's the same price. Whether
good, because I don't like being charged more for less.
And I feel like I use less because I use quarters. Bounty's not in the budget. Yeah, it is.
They didn't know.
I didn't know.
Two people didn't know. Magic napkins. But
the thing is,
Sam, did you know there were magics? You're correct. These are magic napkins. Did you know they existed before this morning or night, wherever you are, wherever we are
this evening? Yeah.
Did we discussed honey and
yeah, but you didn't put it on first, so
it's
off the table. Do you want? I've got maple syrup and honey.
banking on it, but we can try it with.
You want okay? 1 in the chat for maple syrup and a 2 for honey if I can find it, and I'll grab them both and be right back.
Or 3 for neither.
Okay. Why did you close it though? Unless you're voting 3.
Because I was trying to get ahead of the game and have it cut. Because I thought we could do something different in each. We cut it in 4, and then you can do something different in each thing. You can put honey in one corner, maple syrup in another corner, and then nothing in 2 corners. And you could surprise the 3rd, 4th one could be a surprise.
I got a 1 and a 2.
Okay, so you put a drop of that there, a drop of that there.
If I can get it to go down. I had it sitting the wrong way in the cabinet.
Oh, okay.
You know how honey is. It's like a bottle that's like a year old.
When I say drop, I mean whatever amount I can get out. Oh, not bad. Okay. That's our maple syrup.
Are we going to both eat the same quarter? I would say just like pop this thing in the microwave for like 5 seconds.
Let's just do no and maple syrup because we have honey problems.
So Bettina said, I don't think either is inherently better.
Mm-hmm.
Anon said, do what Mom wants, number 2.
Mom wants.
Which would have been honey, but
Thank
you're
you.
on it.
Thank you. Just do what Mom wants.
Is the other vote for. Okay. I'm going to do what Mom wants. She's.
Well, there was honey problems.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I had to plan ahead. Okay.
Is this all just to disguise the taste of bacon? Is what Spooky's asking.
No, Spooky. That's this side.
So, we can eat just this if you want to.
This side is to enhance the taste of the bacon.
Here. Try a bite of that. Or here, this is a good bite. It's a good mixed bite. You can rip off the fatty side if you want.
So big.
Honey and peanut butter are great together. Yeah. Well, I think maple syrup and peanut butter are really good together. Plus, there's the whole maple syrup bacon thing. So,
honey and peanut butter are great together.
So, what do you think about the bacon?
We do have a really nice refrigerator. Shekels were saved. We may or may not be.
Yeah, I got it for last week, but I kept it for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we may be. Forgot what that makes us.
Narcissist. Well, maybe not this week because I didn't do my eyebrows, but definitely last. All right.
Okay.
Is it this one?
This is plain, and that's maple.
Are you sure? Because that tasted like maple.
Yeah, that's maple.
Okay.
And
so
that's
which
maple.
one?
And these two are plain.
Oh, so I tried this one with that one?
Okay.
They're
not cut evenly. Let's just say that. Oh, I stand corrected. That's maple.
Okay. So we're trying maple first.
Okay, we're trying maple. I'm sorry for all the confusion over 4 little squares.
There's so many flavors that are like happening in my mouth.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for that to. There's a lot of flavors. There's a lot of textures.
I keep thinking, oh, the bacon flavor isn't, and then it's like, well, there it is.
I think it would be very different with real bacon. I'm sorry.
You think it would?
Mm-hmm. I think.
Yeah.
If I were a bacon eater, which I used to be, I like bacon.
Would be good.
I'd give it a go.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, if you're a bacon eater, I would try it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I think you're right. I think it would be better with like real bacon.
Mm-hmm. I feel like real bacon has more of a flavor. I think this bacon flavor gets a little lost. But with that, we'll try it without the syrup, without the maple syrup. Yeah. Maybe that was what was overdoing it.
Maybe, yeah.
So this one has syrup. I just got wild with the syrup. That's all that had happened.
This one doesn't have syrup.
Oh, it said shininess there, no?
Peanut butter?
Oh, okay.
I don't feel any syrup on this one.
This one has syrup for sure.
Later, you want to try it without the syrup, and I'll try it.
I can do this bite here. There's no syrup.
Okay.
Okay. Here
we go. Think it. Think it. I think it's better. Especially if you're like a bacon person.
Yeah.
Hello, Tree Monkey.
I'll do like without the syrup. Yeah. I taste the bacon more in that one.
I like that better.
Maple syrup was overpowering. Not overpowering, but well.
I think the sweetness almost was taking away from the smokiness of the bacon. Like I would recommend unsweetened peanut butter. Even like this is unsweetened peanut butter,
right?
And
that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a go.
Oil in the real bacon is something that probably can't be reproduced. That's very fair.
Oh,
very fair.
I bet so.
Yeah, I mean, It did make my pan oily.
Not like.
I
mean, you'd have.
I wouldn't have bacon. It's not bacon grease.
You'd
it's
have
just
a
little
cup
oily.
of bacon grease there if you did it. I mean, the amount of grease that comes out of bacon.
A cup out of 3 slices. Savage Mama, everyone. Queen of exaggeration. Oh, yay. Everybody go sub to Exiled on Twitch and feel free to drop that link in both locations. I think you can just click on her name on Twitch, but if people are watching the VOD or whatever.
Very good.
So
I think it's a winner.
I think it is a winner. Yeah. Now, should we go to judging people? Since we're done judging food.
We've judged food. And
now we need to judge people.
And yes, and may I say for people that may or may not have commented that were judgy, the people asking to be judged, they're asking for an opinion.
Yeah, they posted it.
They're asking.
They posted it specifically.
We're not like
for people to judge them.
We're not sitting in our car in the parking lot judging people walking through. But these are.
I mean, I do sometimes, but I don't usually like verbalize that.
Okay. So these people they're in a pickle. My only wish is that we could direct that they could hear our answers because they've asked.
Right.
But yes, they've asked and we will answer. And I don't judge people in the parking lot. And these people have asked.
Right. Right.
And as I pointed out too, this is helpful information for a lot of them. It's helped a lot of people get out of
that's one of the reasons why I really love the updated ones. I didn't find any updated ones off the bat this week, but yeah. But yeah, we do have some fun ones. I did kind of grab a couple based on the headlines. I haven't read through. Well, the one I have kind of read through it a little bit, but it was because it was just like heartbreaking and compelling. So yeah. But I think it'll be.
Is it good?
It'll be good. You know what? I think some of them dirty deleted.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what happened. Because you just pulled these up this morning, right?
Yeah. Here we go, though. I'm going to go to this one that is saved. Okay.
Was it dirty deleted?
I can't tell which ones, but it doesn't have all of the same ones up. But I can find these ones, so we're good.
Okay.
So this one's called "Am I the Asshole for Badly Reacting to My House Being Rearranged?"
I'm interested.
Right.
I'm interested. I don't have enough information at this point to. It's a 50-50. Flip of the coin.
Before you come at me, hear me out. I always love that as an opener.
Oh, so they're like, hear
me out. Hear me out.
Before you come at me.
Obligatory throwaway account in case this gets seen. We see you.
I like the throwaway account.
It's been seen.
I like the throwaway account. Just spill your guts.
I went interstate to see my mother over Christmas, period. I asked my boyfriend to look over my cat and my house and house sit for me while I was away. I said to him not to have anyone over, which included my mother-in-law. I think that was a pretty reasonable request. Sounds reasonable, right?
Well,
while I was
away. It's away. But he doesn't live there?
He doesn't live there. He's house sitting.
Oh, yeah. Then just come over by yourself and leave. Yep. I've done that before. I would have never dreamt of taking people with me when I went to feed a cat or to house it.
House it. Yeah.
Never would have thought of that. Exception if you have children. You have to bring your children, if you're.
Oh, yeah. If you're house sitting.
Yes, if I'm a young mother and I'm house sitting, of course I'm going to bring my child to go water plants. But
you're not going to expect them to bring their mother-in-law.
No.
Or their mother.
I'm not going to bring anyone, and I'm not going to expect anyone to bring anyone. And it was asked, don't bring anyone.
Right. So while I was away, my boyfriend secretly had my mother-in-law over to the house under the guise of meeting the cat. She needs to come over and meet the cat.
Maybe we just say it was not secret because we all know.
We found out it's not a secret anymore.
Well,
Secret information. Secret information. Spackle is here for 15 minutes.
Holy Spackle!
Spackle!
Good to see you.
So mother-in-law got it into her head that I needed to tidy up. You're busy reading the chat.
She's tidying up.
So they set to work tidying up while I was gone.
Somebody said it's not starting out well. You're correct. It's not.
This is not. No.
It's not starting out well. There's two problems with that sentence. Is that in one sentence? There's tidying up, and there's mother-in-law.
Yeah, that's a very volatile situation. Yes.
And tidying up, can I just say, tidying up one's own things is very different than tidying up another person's things. Because it's not, yeah. Yep.
So I asked boyfriend not to get too carried away and not to touch anything that would be classed as rearranging. I thought I made myself very clear on my stance about this. Boyfriend actively lied to me about not having anyone over while I was away. I come home. Boyfriend picks me up from the airport to tell me that my father is coming to my flat to see me. I thought the flat was still the way that I wanted it. We get through the door to find that my flat, to get through the door to my flat, and absolutely everything has been changed. I walk around and I lose my shit to my boyfriend, and I told him not to go overboard. I started crying because he didn't respect my wishes and told me that mother-in-law had been there to help.
I wonder, was she...
Like, he wouldn't have even mentioned, oh, my mom helped, except for she broke down in tears.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder how much time was spent.
I lose it even more finding out that mother-in-law who is a first-class snooper, has been in my apartment touching my things and putting my life on display.
Oh, Snoopy Snooper.
Boyfriend got up in arms because I was being ungrateful and said to him that I didn't want this, I didn't ask for this, and at all, and to find out that mother-in-law has been here without my permission really made me mad. I said to him he should have consulted me about the changes he was going to make instead of just doing it and making me learn to like it.
Where did that come from? Making me learn to like it?
I think that he probably said, like, oh, you'll learn to like it. But that's her quote, like, not necessarily from him. Like, it doesn't have quotation marks.
It's just interesting.
Right,
wording.
right, exactly.
Just interesting wording.
My dad came over and I was in a foul mood, having just learned that my privacy and my home had been violated. Dad thought I was being reasonable about the state of my house. Boyfriend and mother-in-law made it look like no one lives there. I like that. That is such like a good, like in one sentence. It's like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I stood my ground and said that it was too much change and now they have made it so I can't change it back.
What?
I get her. It's like sometimes it's like it is done and like even the thought of going through all the effort to like put it back, you're just like, you know what? Like I'm going to have to learn to live with it.
I don't understand that.
Because it's too much fucking work to put it back.
And you can't force them to do it?
No. That's too much fucking... Are you kidding me? Having her back over after she already fucking snooped through all of your shit? Fuck no.
Boyfriend can't do it?
No, not after he fucking rearranged it all like that. Are you kidding me? No, he's never touching my shit again. Like... No. I totally understand it. Like, I know you don't understand it, but, like, what I'm saying is, like, the mental energy that it would take, like, she does not have that mental energy. Is gone. That mental energy is gone. She put all that mental energy into unpacking and arranging it when she moved in. Like, she was not expecting to have to, like, find the mental energy for that later. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
OP needs to dump the actual asshole. She did nothing wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't think that they're wrong, so why would they fight? So they would fight having to put it back anyway. Yes. Very good point, Sabatinius. Sorry I couldn't read it, but I
just thought if I made it, insistent, if I was insistent, you return everything to whence it came.
Exile was like, surprise!
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Anon, you would put things back as they were, but you're not this asshole boyfriend, so yeah. Yeah. Spackle says, I get that I get overwhelmed by that sort of stuff. Yeah. On the principle of any furniture, if any furniture was moved, I would move that. Yeah. Probably. But like the amount of like work that it's gonna take to like put it all back is like, I get why she's just like overwhelmed. Boyfriend said that I was an asshole because of my reaction to this. I'm starting to think I am. No, you're being gaslit. No, you are being gaslit.
You're not. You're not.
But I also felt like it was a healthy reaction to someone completely turning your house and stuff upside down without you knowing.
Yes. You're not the asshole. You are not. I
know people are telling her she's not the asshole. Yeah. Okay. Not the asshole in the slightest. Yeah. End of relationship level boundary violating right there.
Yeah. Because he's not even. He's doubling down. He's not rethinking it. Once she's given her opinion, he's not going, oh, I really didn't think that through. I'm sorry I got caught up in the whole situation. He's not saying that. He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is maybe information that will be helpful to you going forward.
So is that our judgment?
Oh yeah. That is our judgment.
All right.
And life is interesting. I kind of feel like maybe these things it's so frustrating. Maybe it's like just a little gift, to say, here's some information that you did not have about this guy, and here it is, and now you know.
Maybe.
And then you can get out. Before it gets worse.
Don't walk, run.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Sabatinius. It would be cool if OP hired someone to help put it back and then build the boyfriend and mother.
Yeah.
It was doubling down because he refuses to have boundaries with his mother. Exactly.
Yes, he does.
Yep. This person is an asshole on the screen right now. We're gonna get to that in a second.
Oh,
I read the title of this one. And
I'm like, us? I thought it was us. I'm like, what?
No, this guy or gal.
Oh.
You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Am I the asshole for throwing away my autistic best friend's blanket because his girlfriend told me to? Not him, because his girlfriend told me to.
I'm leaning towards yes.
I'm leaning towards this I might be able to get to use my new card that I made this week, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Oh, we don't know what the card is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, my best friend is 24, high-functioning autistic. I really don't like the high-functioning, low-functioning, but whatever. We're just going to move on. Might be that they aren't aware that like things have changed and that's no longer a terminology that we use. So moving on. Despite this, he has a strong social group and is considered handsome by women and has a good paying full-time job. I don't know why. Despite this, again, seems a little ableist, but okay. Moving on. However, he has a secret that only me and his girlfriend know. Oh, so we're going to blast it on Reddit. Cool. He keeps a security blanket in his room and talks and hugs with it. Okay. whatever. Like, there are a lot of people who do that, not even just autistic people. Mm-hmm. He says the blanket got him through traumatic moments in his childhood. It was kind of like a character from the cartoon Peanuts. So he has a relationship with his blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's helpful, too. It serves a purpose.
It really is like his security blanket, really.
Yeah, that's the term.
Yep. Well, I don't mind what he does, but this blanket has been straining his relationship with his girlfriend. So not your place at all.
No.
Okay.
Not.
Hello, Ox.
Hi, Ox.
And they've been together 1 year.
Okay.
His girlfriend of 1 year.
Okay.
She tells me he gives more love to the blanket when he's stressed out, and she feels like he loves the blanket more than her. Well, the blanket has been in his for now. I think they can hear us, but barely.
Can you hear us now? Still the sound of silence. Can see us.
It looks like they can hear us, but not very loud, so we have to talk loudly, but it's okay. Muted? See, it is coming up a little bit, but it's, let's see if I can turn it up. That's maxed, unfortunately. Okay, so they can't hear us, we just gotta keep our voice up.
Okay.
We gotta shoot for that yellow range.
Okay. And everyone's saying, don't take anybody's blanket.
Don't take anyone's blanket!
Yeah.
Ever.
I think that's
at all.
I think that's what I'm reading over there.
Like, whether they're autistic or not. Whether it is a security blanket or not. Like, just don't take it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
We really shouldn't take anybody's stuff. Isn't that?
Yeah. Yeah, don't touch anybody's things. Don't touch anybody's belongings.
Don't move their stuff around.
Don't.
And don't take it.
Unless you're Ox and you just turn them around on the shelf.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
I mean, so long as it isn't like somebody's like very special arrangement of whatever. Like,
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cute. Moving things, tilting them around. I like that.
Oh, Spackle's tummy is still murdering her today. There's a zombie trying to kill her from the inside.
Ooh, sorry to hear that. Take its blanket.
No, don't take its blanket.
It's a zombie trying to kill her.
Okay, take its blanket. That's the only time you're allowed to take its blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Take its blanket.
Try to keep it out of frame.
old TV show with the boom mic coming out. Yeah.
I mean, it's doable. It is actually working, which is like,
I see that it's working.
I was like, copy settings, paste. Like,
yeah. I mean, that is,
so it is not fine tuned, but like it actually is working.
But people can hear us, I think.
Yeah, I surprised myself with that one. I thought that was going to be the end. So
yeah, no, good, good.
Low, but we can hear you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ox. Yeah. That one quit, and then everything started to crash. But I think that we've got it for now.
Yeah, I agree. Don't take it.
We're just gonna have to wing it for the rest of this episode.
Their dog or their blanket. Don't do it.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh, so I feel like we should read some more of this because
there's more blanket info.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next line. She asked me to get rid of it, and when he's at work, I took the blanket away and threw it in the local dumpster. Like, not even, like, took it away, put it in a trash bag to see if he freaks out. I love it. Ox never touched a man's mate, dog, or blanket.
I'm so saddened about this.
I'm, like, mad about it, and I'm trying not to be, like, upset, but yeah. When he came back, we explained everything to him. We explained everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he broke down in tears and locked himself in a room.
Yep.
For 2 days. Yeah, It's been 2 days.
Yep.
His girlfriend says he's not talking to anyone, and he's still in his room and skipping work.
Yep.
Yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you fucking did this to him.
Mm-hmm.
I tried calling him. Oh my God. I'm trying not to, like, imagine what this kid is going through right now.
It's just so painful. It's just so painful.
Like, I hope that he has, like, family and other friends.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either.
And look at the next paragraph.
Okay. He's ignoring all the calls. Am I wrong in this?
How is this a question at this point?
Yes, you are wrong in this. Like, yes, you are wrong in this. How is this a question?
Somebody is blockaded themselves in their room for 2 days, won't come out, won't work. Probably not. We don't know if he's sleeping or eating or whatever. He's in tears. Am I wrong?
Yes, you're wrong.
What kind of person needs a brick upside their head to realize, oh, I messed up. I made a bad choice.
Also,
am I wrong in this?
This is relation to you and guy's girlfriend, not relation to, like, guy whose blanket it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is my new card.
Yep.
Because sometimes there are two assholes in the situation, and I felt like it was needed.
Yeah.
You're both acting like assholes.
Yeah.
You and the girlfriend are both acting like assholes.
It's like they're taking. Oh, I don't even want to think it through because it's depressing.
It is.
It's like they think they're on another level than this guy, and the two of them are in cahoots.
Yeah.
Like they know what's best.
We can. Yeah, exactly.
They know what's best. They know this is gonna need to happen, and they're
what
gonna
are the ages of these people?
I think there was 20s mentioned, but I don't know.
24. He's an adult. It is not your place. That is between him and his therapist.
Mm-hmm.
That is not your place.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Exiled read ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Exiled.
Me and his girlfriend agree. Well, you're both assholes. He shouldn't be fixating on this object. He should move on from his childhood.
Oh, get up, please.
I have finished my shift and I've read the comments. Upon some reflection, I realized how much of a problem I caused. Did you, realize how much? I hope so. My IRL friends all sided with me, saying that his girlfriend deserves a better guy, saying it's just a blanket. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And this is
your IRL friends suck.
Yes.
They suck.
Everybody but this autistic person, okay? I'm sorry. You're all acting like assholes. For those saying I'm sleeping with my friend's girlfriend, whatever. No one cares.
We didn't say that. We're not that petty. Get over it.
Yeah. I'm currently leaving for work, and I'm gonna drive by the dumpster.
Well, good friggin' luck, because it's been days.
I'm so glad that you found it.
Oh. Good. take
Good.
a professional cleaner.
Good.
First
but
thing
like,
in the morning, you should be washing it right now. Don't sleep. Wash it right now yourself and get it back over to
yeah,
him.
exactly.
You don't, oh, I'll wait and take it to the cleaner. F you. Post haste. I don't care
Hello,
who.
Marie.
I don't care who's sleeping with who. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Whatever friends you have that. Oh yeah.
It's bullshit. This fucking bullshit that you took it away from him to begin with. I'm so glad that you found it. But I'm glad for him, not for you, because you're still a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And any of your friends who fucking agreed with you.
And he shouldn't be fixating on this object. You know what?
That's between him and his therapist.
That's between him. That's his deal. Oh, yeah. Maybe you. Oh. Okay, so I think this guy's fixating on his phone. Somebody take his phone away from him. I think he's fixating on his car. Take his car away from him. I know what's best.
Yes, Marie, it is on Twitch also. It's under my name, Ophelia Hartwig. OPHELIAHARTWIG. Oh, I should say it louder because I forgot.
I'm not happy.
Ophelia Hartwig.
I am not happy.
Yeah, no, he's like, OP's a dick. OP, you are an asshole.
If anybody knows this guy, if I knew this guy, I'd be taking his stuff away.
Good.
See what he's a little over too attached to. See what he was fixating. See what he is fixating on.
He's so potatoes. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. I got the link.
I think he's fixating on Reddit. So I think his computer and his phone need to be taken away from him.
Oh, this guy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's for his own good.
Yeah.
He's fixating on it.
Thank you guys for the links.
Mm-hmm.
Marie's now following on Twitch. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
OP.
Yeah, OP's the now.
In the bin. In the bin.
Directly in the bin.
Well, get the blanket to the guy,
Yeah.
then in the bin.
Yeah. And then take that bin, seal it up, and throw it in the basement.
Yeah.
No, throw it in the local dump. In the local dump where you put your friend's blanket.
That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
That's what I prefer.
And I do not scandal, girls.
And I do not like this wait till morning for a professional cleaner.
You could wash it first and then ask him if he wants you to take it to a professional cleaner.
I mean, you get you some whatever kind of soap you have in your house. You got some kind of soap. You got water. Wash it by hand.
Gentle wash in the sink.
By hand. Do it. Bring it out. Hang it up. Come on. I don't care if you have access to a laundry or not. You can get this thing cleaned. To a sanitary.
Yeah.
And then get it back to him.
ASAP.
Yeah. Oh, first thing in the morning. No. You don't get to sleep tonight. You screwed up.
Also, if he never speaks to you again after he gets his blanket back, so be it. Like, that's on you.
How does he have access to the guy's blanket?
He stole it from his room.
Do any of them live together, I guess is my point.
I think so.
Oh, boy.
It sounded like...
I'm just saying, do some people need to move?
Maybe. I kind of got the impression that they were, like, lived either in, like, the same place or possibly the same apartment, but maybe not. It doesn't actually explicitly
Yeah, it doesn't. And then she talks about him being in the room.
So did she give the friend the keys to go get, because, like...
Oh.
Yes, exactly, Exile. That is theft.
Yes, it's theft. It's theft. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. One of them is muted? I don't know. Oh, no. I think it was muted and then we fixed it. Okay. I think it was just a late comment. Yeah. This guy. Asshole.
And all of these buddies that he has. It seemed like it was a cluster of them.
Yeah.
All were in agreement on
his
this.
IRL friends sound like all dicks.
They're all horrible.
All dicks.
They're all horrible.
I don't want to be friends with any of your IRL friends.
Mm-mm. And if you want to raise yourself up to a thoughtful human being, then those friends need to go. Oh.
move on to the next?
Yes, I hope it's not as upsetting.
Okay. I think
Moving people's stuff and all that was upsetting, but throwing. And like you said
This
right in the
one's-
beginning.
there's two more that are both kind of upsetting, but like,
Oh, like you said right in the beginning, wouldn't you go to an intermediate step there, put it in a Ziploc bag and in the trunk
yeah.
to see how this goes over? No, straight to the dump.
That's ridiculous. So this one's called, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Brother's Pregnant Wife That She Can Give Birth in an Alley for all I care?
I think you are. I could be wrong.
This is one of those where I'm like, you can try and dissuade me from thinking you're an asshole, but like,
Yeah, carry on.
right?
And there have been ones where they have, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, boy.
So I am a 30-year-old male,
Okay, I'm going to take notes on this one.
and I have a 19-year-old half-brother.
Okay.
He has been living with me since he got married in December because my mother and he had a falling out due to the fact that he got married so young. Apparently at 19.
Or less.
Or less. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If I knew what I know now, I wouldn't have let them move in. Both him and his wife are the worst house guests I've ever had.
Okay.
I say guest because they're meant to be looking for work and a place of their own. I've made it clear from the get-go that it was temporary because I have 4 children myself, aged 7, 5, 3, and 1, an infant. And my wife works from home.
Ooh.
Since they have moved in, they have complained about how loud mornings are and my cooking. I do all of the cooking because I rarely do anything spicy, which my brother's wife craves. She's craving the spices. They're messy and never pick up after themselves, even moan to my wife about never doing their laundry nor making my brother's wife snacks during the day. Like she's supposed to be like accommodating them like children. Because she doesn't have 4 of her own children to accommodate.
Wow.
Well, how much harder is it if you're already taking care of 4 kids? What's 2 more?
Wow. My opinion could switch.
I that's what I'm saying is like, look, what are you going to do to dissuade me of my initial?
No, my initial was that you're an asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They might. They're getting close.
They are. Ooh, they're fussing about. They're not contributing and being fussy about what's being given.
They think me and my wife are their personal help / drivers. Then try to guilt us when we tell them no to a 4 a.m. McDonald's run or my brother's wife's rude comments. But he, we are too young to know better. You're 19. You're old enough. You're old enough to get married. You're old enough to know better.
So they don't have a car.
Apparently not. It all came to a head this week when all of our children were at home due to a bug going around. Sounds like a panini. And nothing bad, just school / daycare in our area were extra careful. I couldn't get the day off, so unfortunately my wife had to deal with 6 children while trying to work. I love the little chap. They have 4 kids, as well as your brother and his wife. And 6 if you include them. My brother and his wife demanded that they all stay in one room and we get them takeout so there's no germs near their food. They're like, oh, the 2 of us must quarantine separate from you. When my wife told them that they should cook for once because she's extremely busy, they filled out calling her, I don't know. I think they ended up calling her a heartless bitch. for making, okay. So they said that she's a heartless bitch for making a 4-month pregnant woman cook for 8 people. And my brother can clean while he was trying to sort out his business. And making my brother clean while he was trying to sort out his business. There have been several typos in this. I don't think that you're going to be able to make it make sense. I think I made it make sense as much as it's going to.
Yeah.
It got to the point of them screaming at my wife and my kids crying, and my wife had an anxiety attack. Okay, yep. I think that he has dissuaded me of my initial opinion. I rushed home when I got an SOS text, but my brother was waiting at the door crying about not being our slave and how his pregnant wife is starving.
Oh, my heavens. Oh, my gosh.
When I got to my wife's office, she explained everything. I saw red. I told them that they had 30 days to get out of the house. It was time that they faced the real world. Yeah. Freaked out, flipped out. That's probably it. Yes, flipped out is probably what it was. They both tried to argue with me, explaining none of them can drive, and my brother still hasn't got a job. So, and they just said that I didn't care. My brother's wife said that they'd end up homeless, and if anything happened to my niece, it was all my fault. I told basically what the title says, and she started crying, calling me a heartless asshole, which, just a reminder, I told my brother's pregnant wife that she could give birth in an alley for all I care. So, I mean, it was kind of a little bit of a heartless statement, but that doesn't make him a heartless asshole.
No.
I explained my situation to my sister, and she called me a bad bastard.
Bad bastard. You're a bad bastard.
Not even just a bastard.
You're a bad bastard.
A bad bastard. For being so heartless to two teenagers. They are pretending to be adults. They want to be treated like adults.
Yeah. No, they really don't. They really don't.
But, like, okay, they're getting married and having kids. That's telling me that they want to be treated like adults.
No, they don't want to be adults.
Okay. But I asked her when she was letting them move in.
And she hung up.
Yep. I made multiple social media posts. Oh, wait. I've had multiple social media posts made about me and angry phone calls since then from my sister's husband and my brother's friends. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, and this is just like, I know that, like, he flipped out and he snapped and he said it. You maybe could have chose some better words. You maybe could have chose some better words.
Do we know how long they've lived there? Since he got married in December. Wow. So they didn't even make it maybe a month. Well, a month and a half would be the longest they made it.
You dissuaded me, dude. Yeah, exactly, Exile. None of those people who posted are adopting them and their children. Exactly.
Yep.
You can insult my wife if you enjoy walking to the hospital. It's true. If you're gonna insult my wife as the OP, like, I hope you enjoy walking yourself to the hospital when your water breaks because I'm not driving you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sure, you can do that, and then you're gonna have consequences for it. I mean, like, yeah, free speech, but, like, there's consequences.
Yeah, and you can call Uber, but there might be a cleaning fee related to that.
Uber won't take you anymore if you're supposed to, they did dirty delete that, by the way. Good figure. So, here's the last one.
I mean, his words weren't, once again, communication. If this would have been talked about earlier, it could have been gotten, it just wouldn't have gotten to this extent. But this is not a tenable situation. Yeah. These people need a wake-up call.
Yeah, exactly.
And all these people are like, oh, you're being so mean to them. Okay, send them on over, pack up their little bags. You can come pick them up because they don't have a car.
Exactly.
You see how long that you want them at your house. And then you pack them on to the next one. And maybe at some point these people are going to figure out, you know what, we are assholes and nobody wants to put us up for free and we need to do something. What that's going to be, I don't know.
So this one is a little bit heartbreaking.
Oh, boy.
But I feel like it's one that you can relate to and you can give like personal experience.
Okay, because I'm wrung out.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Am I the asshole for selling my late husband's classic car instead of gifting it to my son? For those of you who don't know the context, my grandfather left a classic car for my brother.
For his grandson.
And it's been sold since then. Yeah.
With everyone's agreement.
Yep. Yeah, but I think that also just kind of adds a little bit of context for people. That's where we're coming at this from. That we've not had the exact same situation, which we'll see as we go through this. It's not even a similar situation, but I think that we can, in some ways, kind of understand the because there is an emotional attachment to a loved one's, especially if they were like into cars, and it was
their special car.
Yes, I agree, Ox, and we will get to that in just a minute. Thank you, mods. You guys, you've been like on top of shit so much this week. You're awesome. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Every time I like go to get it, like you guys are already on top of it. So awesome. My late husband passed away in 2013, and he was a classic car guy. He bought and sold them since he was a teenager as a hobby. After he passed away, I kept his favorite car. Okay. Which I think later on it says that it was the one that he had for the longest. Okay. So there were other ones that changed up in there, but this one was his favorite.
Okay.
My brother-in-law would come by and maintain it for us and sometimes take it to shows. My son would often go with his uncle to shows, and when my son got his license, he was allowed to occasionally drive the car when either I, his stepdad, remarried in 2017, or his uncle were able to go with him.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the past 2 years were very difficult for us, I think. A lot of us can relate to this. As I read on, it's pretty freaking heartbreaking. Okay. My husband got very, very sick and was in the ICU. He almost didn't come back home. Between medical bills and him being out of work, we have gotten into a substantial amount of debt. Now, here's another thing that I feel like is important for a lot of people to realize is sometimes even though insurance will pay for it eventually, you have bills stacking up now that will go into collections if you're not making payments on them.
Yep.
So we're just going to say, like, even if they have insurance, this is likely through no fault of their own. Like, that's...
Well, and I just had a conversation with my aunt, and her husband passed away. It's been months and months and months. And the bills came. The bills came. She paid the bills, ambulance. And then the insurance company, which is, he was a government worker all his life, U.S. government, the bills came back in his name. The checks, the reimbursement checks. And she's like, he's deceased. I can't deposit these checks. And they didn't have a joint banking account.
And a lot of times there's like so much time in between where like they're getting life insurance.
Well, it's been months and months and months. And she calls it's two branches of the government. And the one says
they can't talk to each other.
And the one says, well, we have to send it to him because we do not have notice that he's deceased. And she said, well, can I send you a certified death certificate? And I said, no, we need to be notified by the other branch of the government. So, I mean, it's been months and months. And like you said, she just has these bills
piling up.
And she paid them in the beginning in good faith, but now she can't get reimbursed for them.
Right.
So, yeah, it takes a while. You're absolutely right. It can take a while.
So, at this point, I called my brother-in-law and gave him the first option to buy the car. Hey, would you like to buy the car? It was your brother's car. Would you like to buy it from me? We're in debt. We need to sell it.
And he kept it up, and he was...
Yeah. He declined to purchase it, but said that he would put out feelers and see if he could find someone. Okay. And he did. I told my son that we would have to sell the car, and he did not take it very well. To be frank, he threw a temper tantrum bigger than any that he had as an actual toddler.
We don't know how old he is. He was allowed to drive it.
Yeah, so he is.
Okay.
He's old enough to drive. That's kind of all we know.
Okay.
He says that I have no right to use his, quote, inheritance to pay for my husband's medical bills, his stepdad. I explained to him that he doesn't get any inheritance until I die anyways, and that I wasn't going to let our family suffer over a car. That selling the car is what would allow us to keep the family home and help him pay for his education. Like, you ain't gone off to college yet. Like, let's think about your future and not just what you want right now.
Yeah.
I apologized to him and said if there were any other options, I would have taken them. But this is just the way that life works out sometimes, as sucky as that might be. Yeah. He says that my husband and stepson are not his family and has since stopped talking to his stepfather and stepbrother completely. And I am lucky if I get more than a word out of him. Am I the asshole for selling the car to pay off medical bills and rebuild our savings? Now, there are edits to this, and I feel like this just really shows how truly heartbreaking this is.
Okay.
Edit number 1, since a lot of people have asked, no, my husband does not have any specific instructions for he did not leave any specific instructions for what to do with the car. He had a bit of a revolving door of cars, bought and sold one a year, it seemed. He had 3 at the time of his death. 2 were sold right away, and this one was kept because it was the most valuable of them, and the one that my husband held on to for the longest. It was his favorite. Remember before they said it was his favorite. This is probably the last I will post on this thread. Seems that the judgments are mixed. A lot of you're the assholes and you're not the assholes. The people who are saying you're the asshole, I feel like they are assholes. I'm sorry. I just that's my feelings on it. I feel like shit about it, and I get that. I don't think that you should, but I get it. I hate that my son is hurting. However, I don't believe that anything I did was a real asshole move. I agree. We were/are in a tough spot. Life happens, and we did what we needed to do. For who it, I forget what it's like. It's for who. I don't know. I forget what that one means. But when I referred to my son having a temper tantrum, that was my own personal venting about his reaction. I have never let my son onto those feelings.
Yeah.
For who is wondering, I was I was like, there's these shorthands, and I always forget what they are. To give a clearer picture of the financials, I have been on disability since my son was 3. I am physically incapable of working more than part-time, which I do, and I get a small disability payment. Yes, we have health insurance. However, my husband's medical bills are literally in the 7-figure range.
Oh my God.
We owe a shit ton and we'll be paying it off for years.
Oh.
Or you guys might consider medical bankruptcy, depending.
Wow.
The big problem it has been with so little income for so long. We had living expenses, attorney fees, insurance premiums, and the like. Stuff that needs to be paid now. Also, I think they were saying something about like that their house is going to get foreclosed on. Yeah. We were hoping that my husband's disability claims and the back payments would have gone through before home foreclosure loomed, but it didn't. And we would have been able to catch up and pay back some of the savings that we had to borrow from our emergency fund, retirement, college funds. Still waiting for that to come through, though. Thus, the attorney's fees. Either way, husband will be getting back to work soon. We are keeping our home. Yay. We have a plan for both kids so that their college will be paid for. We will be okay. As a result of them selling this car. Like, that's part of it. Yeah. Either way, husband will be, I said that. My son previously had a good relationship with his stepdad and stepbrother. Your son is being an asshole, and hopefully he'll get over it, is kind of what I'm thinking.
He's traumatized.
Yeah. I will be speaking with my son about going back to speak with his grief counselor or doing some family therapy to work through this. I love this part. Because I really feel like that's the best thing that you can do in this situation. And I'm sure that we will get through this in time. I love that. That's very sweet.
Yeah, no.
For what it's worth. Thank you. For what it's worth. Thank you.
This woman is, for what it's worth. This woman is not an asshole. She's trying so hard.
Yeah. This person is an asshole. I'm sorry. I think you're the asshole for downplaying your son's feelings in the temper tantrum. Get over it. We're posting on Reddit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I felt like you had
She didn't
some
tell
kind
Hammy was having a temper tantrum.
Right.
She's just saying he had a temper tantrum.
She didn't say, you're having a temper tantrum,
No.
you child.
No. Oh, yeah. And you know, here's another thing I know. Because we had inherited a sports car. And I went back and checked the figures on this later. The price of that car dropped literally in half in '08 when the financial crisis. And the reason was it's not a necessity.
Yeah.
It's a toy.
I remember there was also a thing that happened during '08. Now, it happened again in 2020, but I remember the first time I heard about it was during the '08-'09 financial crisis, where, like, nail salons, like, a lot of nail salons went out of business, but nail polish sales skyrocketed because people were like,
DIY.
I'm not going to the salon, I'm painting my nails at home.
Yeah, no, I thought I'd lost it when but luckily, the first time I did the price on Blue Book, Kelly Blue Book, I made a copy of it and put it in the file.
Because those were back in the days when we printed shit out.
Well, yeah. And I'm glad I did, because later I was like,
because
back
back
then,
then,
it was worth more than that.
It was before we even had Google. And you would have to search for things on, like, Alta Vista or whatever. And, like, there was never a guarantee that you were going to fucking find it back. Do you remember those days?
I don't think it was in those days. I think your mom has a thing of
just printing shit out. Is that where I get it from?
Not printing, but saving, writing too many notes and keeping all these notes and then not knowing where to put the notes and, organizing everything.
Let's point out that she did keep an entire page of notes for judging people on Reddit today. And this is actually less notes than you usually keep.
That's less than usual. So I think that is why I made the copy of it and put it in the file. But, and also it was...
That's why I love you.
It was a career I had where I had to keep notes and stuff. But, yes, it did drop. And that made me think, this is not a necessity. And that's why the price of this has dropped in half. Because when times is hard, people don't need a classic Corvette. And thus, with these people, times got hard for them. They didn't need it, and it needed to be sold to make money. That's it.
They needed to pay their friggin' house payment. They needed to get through that month.
Yeah. And yes, it's nice for the kid to have something from Dad. It was not his. Right. Now, in our case, Grandpa did say this is for the kid.
And somebody asked that. Mark Caesar asked that. Had the grandfather promised him the car? He had.
In my case, the grandfather did.
But he agreed.
And the grandson agreed. You know what? I love the car. It is not practical. It's not practical for me. Is it okay if we sell it? Can I have it? Yeah. So, and this kid might have grown up to think the same thing. And this kid was never left the car from the dad. The kid's just like, I wanted Dad's car.
Sorry, kid.
Sorry.
We tried to make it work and it didn't. Yeah. So that was the last one that I have lined up. We can check out what's hot.
What's hot?
Uninviting my stepdad from my wedding. Here's my thing about weddings. Like, if you're gonna invite people to your wedding, like, don't be mad at them for saying no.
But he's uninviting him.
Yeah. Sounds like maybe her brothers won't go.
I don't know.
You sent out the invites. They said they aren't coming. I don't know.
Weddings get weird.
Am I the asshole for not participating in my fiance's hobby?
I'm going to say no.
4 hours ago, 2,000 comments. Check it out.
Okay. Okay.
I am a 27-year-old male, and my fiance, a 26-year-old female, are happily engaged and can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together. We have the same hobbies that we enjoy doing together. Oh, yeah. We have some of the same hobbies that we enjoy doing together. Okay. We do a lot of outdoor activities, and we'd like to play video games. Heck yeah. One hobby I am trying to understand is that she and her friends participate in witches and the occult. Okay, she's a witch. And her and her friends dabble in the occult. I guess you're going to call that a hobby. Sure, we'll call it a hobby. Okay. She got some tattoos and has a travel kit that she brings everywhere we go. She even tried to get my parents to sit down and show them from spells. I think some spells.
Mm-hmm.
They now think she is crazy and are worried about her. Well, that's a problem for your parents. I mean, it's whatever. She's been trying to learn new spells and keeps pestering me about joining in. Okay, you know what? You don't have to join in. Like, yeah. I told her that I had no intention of wanting to participate. She gets upset and says, Lori's boyfriend participated once, and I know.
Yes.
Now an active member. Why can't you just try it for me? I snapped and said, listen, I don't want to participate in this hobby. She grabbed some of her stuff and left the apartment. Am I the asshole for not participating in my fiance's hobby? No, you're not the asshole. But, like, maybe it's just not going to work out.
Yeah, why not?
Like, I mean, you guys are engaged. You're not married.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I kind of feel like witchcraft and the occult is, like, a little bit of a lifestyle choice, not just a hobby. So, like, you're going to have to deal with that for, like, a long-ass fucking time. And if she's not okay with you not participating at all, then, like, that might be, like, a bridge too far.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, it does seem like more of a hobby. More than a hobby, is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
It's
so
like you said,
Tanya
it's kind of a lifestyle.
It's kind of culty behavior. So-and-so's partner is now a full-time member. It does sound a little culty. Yeah. I'm not saying that, like, all witchcraft practice is culty. There are, like, maybe some, like, red flags where she's like, you have to participate. You have to participate. I don't know if that's necessarily the coven that they're associated with or if it's just the girlfriends. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She may have told him it was a hobby at first. Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering how long they've been engaged, and is this a new thing for her, or has she not told him? You know, why? I'm wondering why this is coming up now.
Like, are these tattoos recent? Or, like, you know, like, she got some tattoos.
I forgot the tattoos, yeah.
Also, like, what kind of tattoos are we talking here? Like, are they like, oh, this is a sigil for whatever? Because you know what? Like, maybe if it's like a little sigil somewhere, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, a sigil is supposed to wear off eventually, so that would not really be. What's a sigil that's permanent? I forget what that's called.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I am wondering why it's coming up now. Why is this? Why weren't they aware of this when they were first dating?
Mark, I think you should just go for it. Buy her a Ouija board, have a little fun for once. Come on. Who doesn't love the Harry Potter story?
Yeah.
As Ben would say, what did he always say? Harry Potter is shit.
Who says this?
Ben. Student Dr. Ben.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's got some points.
Anybody that I know that's been in a situation like this, which is few, they knew it pretty quickly into the situation,
So Petunia says it sounds recent because of parents now think she's crazy. It might be.
Mm-hmm.
It might be recent. It might be, it might be like 2020 happened. Like, priorities shifted.
Yeah.
She's, like, looking for some meaning somewhere.
I guess that's my point, is that if he didn't know about this now, before now, that she is maybe getting into this more now.
Yeah.
And it's not, and like the 1%, maybe she said it was a hobby, because maybe at first it was just a little hobby. And then she's like,
And then she drank the blood.
You know, she takes the travel kit everywhere.
I would say, like, drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Which actually was Flavor Aid, but anyway.
Yeah. She brings the travel kit everywhere she goes. She got tattoos, which are permanent, generally. So, yeah, she maybe is getting a little bit more into it at any point. And like they pointed out, they now think she's crazy.
Well, Exile thinks that she's going to do a spell to find a new partner. Or maybe she'll do a spell just to make her fiance want to join her hobby.
Yeah.
Never drink the blood. I mean, It's up
I
to you. You can
think,
drink the
yeah.
blood.
I think they're going to address this
Obviously.
because I think the word hobby is, I think it's more than a hobby to her. And is she okay with him not being involved in it?
Yeah.
That's the question.
I
mean, a
here's
hobby,
what I think.
You know. Yeah. Just need to figure this out. You know, it's not like she does cross stitch and I don't want to do cross stitch.
Yeah. Also, it's not like she does cross stitch. It's when she does cross stitch and puts them all over the house. And like, I have to see cross stitch 24/7. And like, she's mad at me for not cross stitching with her.
Yeah.
I don't come to her cross stitch, her needle parties.
Yeah. They have cross stitch parties every Friday night, and I go in the back room. Yeah, she's really into the cross stitch.
Ox thinks that you should get a Ouija board, drinks, dark rooms, strong magnet, go wild. I mean, it does sound like a party. It really does.
Yeah.
Plus, like, then you have the power, right?
Wow.
Okay. So that was kind of a fun, lighthearted one.
Yeah.
Good. We needed a lighthearted
Communication.
one. Yep.
Communication.
Am I the asshole for calling my academic girlfriend a trophy wife as a joke?
Kind of like it.
I mean, yeah. I like it. My girlfriend of 5 years, who we're calling Clara, and I, she's 25, I'm 26, both attend the same university. I'm finishing up the final parts of my STEM BSc computer science, working on mobile application development. And she's in her 3rd year of studying for a doctorate in humanities and will get her PhD in September. It's University City, so politically active, and Clara is active there. Does a lot of organizing, demos, and protests, etc. FYI, we align the same politically, so this isn't an issue. I'm just describing what she does.
Good.
This is a long one.
Yeah.
Dang it. We got one written by an academic.
Yeah, really? You're so smart. Why don't you know to cut down to the basic words?
Because I'm with him. I live at the corner of petty and pedantic. Okay?
Mm-hmm,
Like,
yeah.
this is...
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. If you know computer science dudes, you'll know that we like to joke around a lot. Last year I had to repeat...
They're real.
Yeah, they're real jokesters.
They're real jokesters, those computer science guys.
They're real popular on campus for their jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Their wit.
They're funsters.
They're just so much fun to hang out with at parties.
I mean, no offense, but the computer guys I know are not.
I mean, some of them are, but it's like mostly just in their own groups.
Yeah, maybe that's, I guess. Yeah, they're probably cracking up over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last year I had to repeat classes, and I was with students a few years below me who saw photos of me and Clara on my phone. BG? My phone, BG. Background.
Please. It took us longer than it would have taken him just to write it. How many other people? Come on.
Clara is objectively very pretty. And it's something I can be insecure of.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
So I jokingly said she was my trophy wife, and I made some dumb blonde type jokes about her being no thoughts, empty head, and truth. You were either pretty or smart. Okay, dude.
I think it's funny.
It is funny, but like, dude.
Every developer needs a trophy wife. They're going with it. It's cute.
Yeah,
I like it.
You know, guys, yeah. Yeah. I think that mug actually. So one of his friends made a mug that says every developer needs a trophy wife. It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah.
But last week I took Clara to a mutuals party, and the computer science underclassmen were there. Yes, computer science underclassmen were there. Whew, so many abbreviations. Wait, how far did I go? Okay. They straight away started joking about finally meeting the trophy wife. And she got offended and said something snippy like, "You know I'm doing a PhD in organized X strike to pressure the college for money for your department, right?" I shouldn't have made that voice when I did her thing because she's got a good point. Okay.
Yeah.
I know this as I had told her about the issue, so she pressured the college. Okay, we don't need that part, dude.
Yeah.
You're losing points. You're losing
Mm-hmm,
points.
mm-hmm.
My friend was drunk and laughed at her and said he didn't know that, but a degree in computer science is worth more than reading books and acting like MLK. Okay, your friend is you said my friend?
I'm reading books and act like MLK. And to my horror said something like,
OP, you were right. She is a trophy wife. Clara, who is mixed race, seemed to take offense at the first statement, but left the group and ignored me totally. Yeah. At home, she rounded on me. And I immediately said sorry. Good man. For that part. But like the rest of this, in the bin. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, the MLK comment was wrong. The whole freaking thing was wrong. And I'll speak to him. Okay, I hope that he is on like terms where you can speak to him. She said to forget that and asked me what the fuck I meant by trophy wife. Yeah. I explained the backstory a bit badly as I was drinking. She asked why I didn't defend her from the comments about her degree. But I said that everyone thinks her course is the best and that she shouldn't overreact. Well, I think everybody thinks their own course is the best. Oh, their course. I just saw her. Sorry. I was reading through the ring light. Yeah, everybody thinks their own course is the best. But like also she's in a PhD program.
Right.
Like I feel like an academic should like be able to recognize that like other academics also have like a level of expertise in their field. Like so you just have like I mean how many times have you heard, you just have a liberal arts degree? Like, you hear that more from people who don't have a freaking degree than from somebody who actually does have a degree. Because even if you have a degree in computer science, you know that, like, actually a lot of work went into getting a liberal arts degree. You know? Like, but yeah. She told me that I was a prick. Yep. And then gave me the cold shoulder till now. So this is probably like last night. I feel like an asshole. Good. Because I didn't think she'd be annoyed by the trophy wife jokes. Okay. So like you made an asshole move. You're maybe not an asshole. She's aware that she's pretty and is confident about it. So I don't know why she's reacting badly. Because you pretended like she was dumb. Like it's not about her looks. It's about her brains, which is like the whole point of like why she's mad.
But he thinks that everybody knew that everybody he joked with knew that.
But they didn't like. You showed them a picture of a pretty girl, and you didn't like immediately say, "Oh, by the way, she's also very smart." Like you're just seeing this picture of her, and he was just like, "Oh, that's my trophy wife," and like let the joke go on.
Oh, okay. I thought they all were aware that it was a joke because she is intelligent.
No, he's saying like as he got to know them, like they all know. I've mentioned to all of them that like my girlfriend is also at school here, but like the first impression that they got of her was just this background photo.
Okay.
And him saying, "Oh, that's my trophy wife."
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like a big difference. If they knew,
if you
if
follow
they knew
up,
it was a joke,
right?
Or if they thought that
they had the initial understanding that she was just very pretty and like that was his trophy wife. Like, and even if it was like an inside joke in your department, you don't necessarily know that, especially they're underclassmen. You don't know if that's like, even if that was like a pre-established, like my friend has this mug that like all of the heads of the department have it, blah, 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 blah. Like, you don't necessarily know that the underclassmen are in on that joke when they come in. Like they have to be initiated into that. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I just, yeah. I accept the MLA comment was rude. Yeah, that comment was rude too, but like, it was just rude to begin with. My friend apologized the next day. I am glad that your friend apologized the next day. I am also really glad that you guys are on a level where you can be like, dude, don't say that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And he listens to you, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the trophy wife stuff was just jokes. Most people in her community know her well. Yeah, in her community. This is your community.
Mm-hmm.
She never interacts with STEM students. No, like you're othering her. Like it's no, like you don't understand. Like the way that you portray your partner in that community is like the way that your friends view her. And whether or not she interacts with that, you interact with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I can't imagine. Like yeah. It's just gross. It's gross. I don't think that he's necessarily an asshole. He's just like he sounds like a nice guy who like is actually a nice guy, but is a little bit like jaded by the system and being around like a bunch of horny dudes. Maybe this is an academia thing. Yes, that I don't know about since I'm aiming for work in the industry. I don't know why you don't know about it, but like it's also just like a fucking like it's a huge thing in STEM. I don't know like why he doesn't get this. Like talk to like some of the fucking women that you work with in your department and ask them how they would feel about that fucking comment.
Yeah.
Because it's not like
yeah.
like oh my gosh, how do you not like have you is she the only woman that you've ever interacted with besides your mother? Like
oh my.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
do.
how do you not get that that's fucking insulting? To be like, oh, all you are is a pretty pair of legs. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how would you feel if she objectified you like that? Like, oh, he's just my, like, sexy little hunk of burning love. Hey, empty head and all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. I want to apologize. Well, apologize.
Then do it.
But I can't see how this is more than a joke gone sour.
Then maybe he doesn't want to apologize.
You know what? Maybe apologize for the fact that it was a joke gone sour.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought. Like
yeah. Like if it's a joke gone sour, you don't have to apologize. You still need to apologize.
Like, oh my gosh, yeah. Like I'm sorry, that was a joke gone sour.
I've done jokes gone sour, and I apologize.
You apologize.
And there's some I still feel bad about. I thought it would be hilarious. It went too far,
south.
and I feel really bad about it to this day.
Yeah, like
you still apologize, dude. We get you didn't mean anything, but it went too far.
Edited to add because I'm seeing some people argue about politics, and I wanted to be fair/clear about this since it seems like I'm the asshole in other ways. She isn't an activist for party politics, aka right-wing, left-wing stuff. She's more of a student politics type. Fine. Student union president. You know what? It does not fucking matter.
Well, maybe we didn't read the comments. Maybe there was people went off on tangents in the comments, and he's steering it back.
Okay.
I
feel like
why he's edited it.
Okay. So no, it's not the kind of professional liberal you're thinking of. Yeah, to stop sending him hate. Exactly. Yeah. As to the person who DM'd me asking if she was doing a gender studies PhD, no, her subject is history. I accept that I'm an asshole, not because of all your abuse. Oh, you are an asshole. But because the kind of people agreeing with me. Because of the kind people agreeing with me.
Oh, so maybe like slimy guys are going, yeah, you're right. That's what it seems like. Yeah.
I'm surprised this was not a dirty delete.
Yeah. Well, he's kept it up there.
Do you think Exiled says more and more men in STEM think the arts are worthless degrees? Okay, maybe. I luckily I have not run into that. Exiled says he should have immediately punched the guy out. That's the manly way to handle it. Insult to one's wife. Yes. Thank you for adding that was sarcasm for anybody who was confused by that. He needs to learn things to say. He needs to learn to say things like, when I see pretty girls, it makes me realize I'm so lucky to have such a gorgeous partner like you at the right time. Okay, but I also feel like there was not, like, the right time for that. Like, that would not have fixed it, okay?
Yeah.
Like, the mistake was made before this party, okay?
Yeah.
And it was not corrected before the party.
Yeah.
And if he would have made the mistake and corrected it before the party, he could have could have corrected his course.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, they made it to the party before he could correct his course, and now you gotta fucking live with it.
Well, I think Mark Caesar says it, you know.
The insult is all about how it is received, not just what you intended. Exactly. Yeah. If you insult someone when you don't intend to, apologize and do the necessary things to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to do that in a relationship because yeah.
You see it a lot on the Twitters, that people thinking that arts are worthless degrees. That's ridiculous to me. I'm sorry, but, like, I don't care what the fuck your degree is. Even if it's an associate's degree, I know that it fucking took you a lot of work to get it. Okay? Yeah. And when I see somebody who's working on a PhD, like, that took a lot of fucking work. A lot of fucking work.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only did you have to take all those classes, you had to pass them, too.
It was just a joke gone a little awry.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's an asshole in this situation.
And that is a joke when it's like you joke about the opposite.
But, like, dude,
you know, he was joking the opposite, that she's an empty head when she wasn't.
If you don't want to be an asshole, apologize.
Yeah.
Like, because you're close.
He's like, I want to apologize,
you're like,
but
you're like this far away from being an asshole. Okay, like, this is how close you are to being an asshole. Like, go fucking apologize to make sure that you stay on the side of the line.
And I kind of don't. Well, I don't like that he can't just apologize. He has to check to make sure that he needs to apologize. You know what? You know she's offended. You see that.
You hurt your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, you hurt her
Don't
feelings.
ask Reddit if you need to apologize. Go apologize.
Like, if I hurt your feelings, I don't care what anybody else's, like, fucking opinion is.
Yeah.
I don't care if I thought that I was absolutely 100% in the right. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. And that's what I'm not happy about
this is also a thing that Jimmy Snow does not understand. He's like, I shouldn't have to apologize if I didn't do anything wrong. Well, you know, the thing that you did wrong is you hurt their feelings. Like, it's not that the action that you did that hurt your feelings was not necessarily wrong, but you did hurt their feelings, so you should fucking apologize.
Yeah,
like,
that happened. So, yeah. You have to take account for where that person is. There's some legal term for that.
Also, like, if you want to continue a relationship, you definitely
should.
If it is the cashier at the store, you're never gonna see them again. You don't necessarily have to. It would maybe be rude if you didn't, but, like, to be fair, you don't have to apologize to the cashier at the store if she's like, that hurt my feelings, because you don't have to deal with her ever again.
Well, there's next week.
True. Small town. Okay.
Yeah, next week when you want to get a loaf of bread.
But to me, it's like, how much
Bunny
respect
bread.
do you have for that relationship? And, like, is it worth apologizing?
Yeah.
Is that relationship worth apologizing?
Yeah, and to say, oh, I didn't. Obviously, you didn't mean it that way. We get that. That's a very.
Thanks for coming by, Exiled.
Thanks, Exiled.
She's gonna run.
Oh, thank you. A good one. You know, that's a very common form of a joke. Is like joking the opposite.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a word for that, and I forget what it's called.
I don't know.
But yeah.
I remember years ago we were sitting and there was a televised Barbra Streisand concert, and we were all sitting there watching it. And then one guy says, "Oh, it's too bad. She's just so pretty, but her voice is just not. It's too bad she doesn't have a better voice." And it was just so funny because, you know, and the one woman was like, "What?" You know, she didn't get. What do you mean? She has a nice.
She has a beautiful voice.
She has a beautiful voice.
I feel like those were the kinds of jokes that I did not get for a long time.
Yeah.
And it took my brain like a long time. I was in my teens before I was able to get that kind of joke.
Yeah.
So I get it. Maybe it was a higher level joke.
Mm-hmm.
sorry, my neighbor dogs.
If anybody has any tips for dealing with barky neighbor dogs,
Wait, let's wait and see how long it goes on, because I do maybe have a tip if it stops here in a minute. You ready for my tip? Because the dogs stop barking. Whenever they do that for more than 2 or 3 minutes, just open the window and scream at them. Just yell "shut up" at them. And I apparently did it enough for like 2 weeks that like actually my neighbor started freaking training her dogs.
That's great.
I mean, I hate that I had to like.
So the neighbor got a little annoyed with hearing the "shut up."
So train your dogs.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how that worked.
Yeah, well, I think either she got annoyed or embarrassed that I kept screaming at her dogs for her.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? It was less than a minute.
It was short. That's an improvement. Yeah.
They used to be out there barking for hours.
Excellent.
Why are you giving me this look? What was I supposed to do?
No, I'm glad it worked because as the last I knew it wasn't working. So I'm glad it's working.
Yeah, well, it didn't
because I said
because eventually
I said yell at them or get a horn or something. Or,
to be fair, to start out with, I would yell at them and they would shut up out of surprise. Like they would be like, "Oh, the neighbor lady yelled at us to shut up," and then they quit because they were like, "Oh, this is just the neighbor lady yelling at us."
Okay.
But I kept doing it.
Yeah.
Like I would wait like another 60 seconds and then I would like yell again.
Oh, okay.
Like repeatedly.
Okay.
Until she would shut them up or take them inside or whatever.
Yeah.
And then after 2 weeks of that, either she was embarrassed or was sick of hearing me yell out my window all the time. And she actually started like telling her dogs to shut up. And like, since she's their owner, they actually listen to her and seem to be continuing to listen to her.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. No, I'm just trying to process that this is the first I knew that it worked.
I noticed this like a few days ago. I was like, I don't have to yell. They shut up before I even had to yell.
Good deal. All right.
So between me and my neighbor, maybe I am the asshole, but at least the dogs don't like bark and shit all the time. So.
Yeah, and we did talk about that.
Maybe I'm the asshole. Maybe I'm the asshole.
Yeah. One time we said the dogs were the asshole, but I don't think they are.
I don't think that they are. I think that the person who is not giving their dog boundaries is maybe kind of an asshole, and maybe I'm kind of an asshole for yelling at them that when they're not my dog.
Do you get on with your neighbors generally?
Yep. And to be fair, I still get along with that neighbor. I do not look her in the face when I scream at her dogs. I open the side window and yell.
Oh. Gotcha.
Also, these windows are hard to get to. Yeah. I mean, she knows it's me. She can tell which house it's coming from, I'm sure. But we still get on just fine. Yeah. Oh, see, there's a little bit barking out there. See, they're still out there. The dogs are learning that, like, no, we don't bark nonstop. Like, that doesn't bother me. Like, what was that, 3 or 4 barks?
That was
Whatever.
2. That was a woof woof.
Well, there was one before that. And then,
woof woof.
Yeah. Like, it's no big deal. Yeah. Am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend psychotic for believing her dolls were alive? Yeah, but for the most part, I actually really get along with my neighbors, and they, like, we did mention to them, like, when my wife came out, because that was a little bit scary in the small town that we live in, and they were, like, great, wonderful people, and I wouldn't say supportive, but, like, open, and not, like, rude, or they did not make us feel unsafe in any way, and I appreciate that about them. Yeah.
Mark has a good tip, pro tip.
Oh! It says, do a digital recording of me yelling to shut up and then save my voice. And then play that back like the same way every time. Because I feel like I do yell it the same way every time. But that would maybe
save your voice,
Yeah. Or the other thing that we were talking about was like maybe just like getting like a siren, like one of those like yeah, like a burglar siren type thing.
Yeah. Air horn.
Yeah. Well, the one that I was looking at was like more. It sounded kind of like a car alarm, but it was like it's a burglar alarm for your house.
Oh.
So it's more of a like woo 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 kind of thing.
Okay.
But anyway,
give it a go.
Well, if she's gonna,
we might not have
save
to
myself.
We might not
however
have to get to
many
that
bucks.
point.
Yeah. I was looking at them on Amazon, but maybe she's Because here's the thing, they're beagles.
Yeah.
They're not Bichons.
That was a direct blow.
I love you, Bichons. I love you, Bichons. You're so adorable. You're so cute. I love you. I love you. You're best for the cuddles. You're great for like hypoallergenic. Like you're just the cutest. You're not so smart, okay? You guys, maybe some little dum dums, okay? But these are
Mama
beagles.
may have had a Bichon.
But these are beagles, and beagles, while they're not like as smart as some dogs,
Right.
they're usually not like dumb, like dumb. No, to be fair, okay, if you have a dumb beagle, I'm not saying that like there aren't beagles
like,
that are fucking dumb. Okay,
Yeah.
And also dumb dogs. I love you. I love you, dumb dogs. Like
oh my gosh, sometimes
Like-
they're much better than the smart dog.
Yes. Like I had a smart dog for so long, and it was like sometimes it would be
It's
like
difficult.
such a freaking headache because it's like
difficult.
you are too freaking smart. Like
Yeah.
stop it. Like
Yeah.
stop it. Stop
Yeah.
figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
But dumb dogs are like you just like put up a gate, and it's like you're never gonna figure out how to like get around that gate.
Okay, do that.
So trusting the dumb dogs. These dogs are kind of smart, and like they can figure out that you're telling them to like zip it. It's not. As we noticed, it took you probably less than a week of actually trying.
Yeah.
And they are learning to zip it.
Yeah.
Is really
And I love that they barked previously, but it was a puppy bark, so it didn't bother you until it was a grown up. Because I was like, are they new dogs?
4 or 5 barks, and then it stops. Before it would just be like bark, constantly for hours. They're probably playing with something that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like causing them to bark a few barks to communicate to each other, but they're not just like they're not just screaming their full head off.
Maybe
which is
they
how
figured
were
out
before.
that it was hurting their voice.
Maybe it took somebody in the comments to
Yeah,
like,
they're
explain that to me.
It hurts my voice. Maybe I'm going to cut back on that barking. Just save it when necessary. Yeah.
A little Tweedledee and Tweedledummer over there, maybe.
When I need to. Yeah.
Figuring it out.
Yeah, I need to alert the barking chain.
I still want to read this about the believing that the dolls are alive.
Okay. Let's do it.
Mark that. But beagles have such lovely barks. Sure they do. Yep,
It's not a bad bark.
it's lovely for a while.
I'm gonna go with him. It's not a bad bark.
It is right. It's not a bad bark. It's just when it's like 2 and 3 hours straight. Sometimes it's just like.
And did it start early in the morning too?
Yeah, but not actually earlier than I was up. No, it was like earlier than my wife would be up. She would sometimes get upset by it. She would sometimes get upset with them when they were puppies, and I was just like, they're puppies. And they turned into adults. Oh, thank you, Tree Monkey.
Thank you.
So, am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend psychotic for believing her dolls were alive? I feel like anytime you're calling somebody psychotic, if you are not,
it's usually not nice.
if you're not a licensed diagnostician,
if you're like, let's sit down and go over this diagnosis, then it's usually not nice.
Plus, here's another fun thing for you. Did you know that like most people who have like certain psychotic personality disorders, they actually don't usually tell them about their diagnosis. Like it's kind of like a thing that it's like you write it in the file. you turn it over to insurance for medication purposes.
Oh.
But, like, you don't tell the client unless the client needs to know. Because, like, that can kind of be harmful to your psyche. Like, that's...
You know that?
Yeah. Like...
It's on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah. And you know what? Just because you have, like, NPD doesn't necessarily mean that you need to know that you have NPD.
Okay.
Maybe it's easier to work on it if you don't know.
Huh. Didn't know that. Okay.
But yeah, I've heard that from multiple people where it's like, actually, we don't usually tell the client that. Like, they might find out when, like, they're, going through their insurance for information or whatever like that. That there is, and you can, as a client, you can always ask to see your file and see what your diagnosis is if you're unclear about that. But, like, I think for the most part, they kind of either don't tell you or kind of try and break it to you gently.
Slowly and gently.
Which,
okay.
I don't have a problem with. If it's for the reason of, like, your treatment, like, that it's healthier for you to not necessarily be confronted with that information right now, I think that is,
Excuse me.
I'm okay with that. So, therapist, if you're watching and you're withholding information from me, it's fine. It's fine. Release it when I'm ready. Release it when I'm ready. Okay. My girlfriend and I are both in our mid-20s. Okay. She brought me to her childhood home. She has tons of stuffed dolls and animals. Like a ton. So, like, in the thousands? Is that what we're, like, hundreds or thousands? Okay. She got really excited in seeing her childhood toys and quickly started explaining to me how she had named each one and remembered almost all of them still. I mean, I feel like that's kind of common for, like, childhood toys that, like, you remember very specific things about them. Like, my bunny Fufu. Like, I remember it, like, when I, like, wore out the crinkly stuff in the one ear because, like, you know what I mean? It's just, like, and I remember, like, the way that I held it in my hand, which is weird now as an adult because I tried to, like, demonstrate this one time and I was like, it doesn't, because my hands are bigger.
Oh.
And it's like, because I would hold it by the ear. But now the ear only, like, comes up to the finger. It was like, it was my whole hand. And there was, like, a
ear
sticking out. Sticking out.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But yeah, like, you remember, like, very specific things about that.
Yeah.
I remember specific times, like, putting it in the wagon and, like, it fell out when I was, like, walking to my grandmother's house in the wagon.
Did you go back and get it?
Obviously.
Oh, well. Okay. Good.
But you don't think about, like, when you, like, ride the wagon down the hill, that, like, the stuff, well, I mean, as an adult, you do realize that stuff is going to fall out. But as a kid.
Fly out, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened, yeah.
Bump out.
But anyway, this is not about Bunny Fufu. This is about your girlfriend and her stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tons of them.
She and her mom have hand-sewn clothes for each of her stuffed animals, and she'd put old bracelets as jewelry on them. Aw, that's cute. Like, as their little necklace.
I bet so.
She was super happy to see them again and explained to me how she would make up backstories for each of them as a kid and how they all had unique personalities and families. She jokingly said that she believed they were real because of Toy Story.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, also, like, if you were a kid who grew up watching Toy Story and, like, there was, like, a doubt in the back of your mind if, like, maybe your toys were real, like, that's also perfectly fucking normal. Like, when you get to be an adult, you realize that, like, that's all make-believe and, like, it's okay. This was all so much. Really? Really?
Wow.
Okay. And I jokingly said, you were psychotic as a child. No. She was a child as a child. Like, that's very fucking normal. But I guess my tone sounded rather serious. Well, yeah, I don't know what your tone was, but if you're saying that your tone sounded serious, it probably wasn't, like, even that much of a joke. There was probably some truth in jest there, and she picked up on it. She got offended immediately. As would I.
Wow. Okay.
She said that she was a normal child, and she just liked to play. Yeah. I tried to just say it was a joke, but she got really upset at me and stormed off. Now I feel like an asshole. I don't think that you're an asshole, but I do think that that was an asshole
Yeah, and I think he was that kid that didn't. Some kids can't do the make believe. It's just like they're something in their brain. It's like no, no.
It's
They
not real.
they almost get crabby with you, and they're like no. They'll argue that's not talking. That's you talking. You're making it talk. It's not really talking. So I'm guessing he was that kid, and so he was like, oh wow, and he'd never been around this kid. He might have been an only child that grew up and was always an adult, was like a little adult. And he's not been around kids. They're in their mid-20s.
Yeah.
So now he's around and he's seeing this review of her childhood. He's like, wow.
And he's like, if we saw that behavior in an adult, we would be considering if that adult maybe had some type of psychotic disorder.
Yeah.
But this is a child.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just a
I'm not going to read it. It was bad. I'm not.
Okay.
It was a sexist comment. And I won't stand for it. Because Chesh will get on me. It was particularly sexist.
Okay, I'm just saying there might have been some other ones that were good.
Okay. A girl who had a narcissist boyfriend was telling me that the therapist was doing everything to let her know the boyfriend was a narcissist, short of actually saying it. Yep. Maybe because the boyfriend was there with her. I thought toys were real because of a little princess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this is, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's perfectly normal. Yeah, you're kind of a dick, kind of acting like an asshole. But you know what? I think
he just is unawares.
Yeah, like you're kind of an idiot.
Yeah, I think because he's like, oh,
do I need to make one that says like you're kind of dumb, but you're not an asshole?
That'd be a good one. Yeah, you're not the you're a little unawares. We don't want to say he's dumb. I mean,
no, they're asking for our judgment. They're asking us to tell whether you're an asshole or not. I feel
like you're not an asshole. In your 20s, he's still learning. He's still learning about the world. And who knows if some kid starts telling me about what he was playing with cars or rewiring stuff like. What she's doing. It was just new behavior to him. And yes, he was saying it if you were a adult doing this.
No, he's saying you were psychotic as a child.
Yeah.
Like he's quoting himself.
I know, but in his mind, is he looking at it now as she's an adult? Is he not able to separate that? I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little. He used a word that was not.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done that. Like, I mean, is that, if this isn't a, like, should I have done that or should I not have done that? Because I feel like that's an easy one.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. But I think they're 20. I mean, they'll just learn and move on.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I shouldn't call people.
Shouldn't have done that.
Okay. And then she could say, okay, don't be doing that no more. Okay.
Yeah.
Not really a big issue. I don't think.
This is a brand new one. Nobody's even voted yet.
Oh, no. I think we had one like this a while back.
Okay, they have medical issues, including dietary restrictions, not an asshole. Mm-hmm. That's my line. If it's a medical issue,
yeah.
Whatever.
Not
if it's
some
personal preference.
Not some random fad diet that has false medical benefits. No, it's a medical issue.
Yep.
Not the asshole.
Yeah. We don't even need to read it. Not the asshole. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Should we click on it?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my sister to stop looking into our family history? This is scary to me.
Yeah.
We only have 40 minutes left, so.
Because what was, yeah.
Yeah. So my 29-year-old sister, oh wait, I'm 29, sorry, my sister's 25. She's been quite interested, maybe some would say obsessed, with my grandmother's family history and stories. My grandmother passed away about 3 years ago and was probably 95. See, luckily my Nana wrote a book. Sorry, it's a family joke. She did actually write a book, but like, that's not gonna save us. She got like, I would say what, like a quarter of stuff that you can like verify she got wrong.
Somebody told me after that was mentioned that you cannot cite like an autobiography as a factual.
That's why.
Yes. Because it's one person writing one thing with their memories on that specific day. And you know, our memories are not like film that you rewind, and they're not like that. I mean, much to my surprise. No, I used to think they were. I was like, oh, I remember it. No, but it doesn't. Yeah, there's a whole thing.
Software.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
Okay.
if you're gonna write a book, I just would urge you to get someone to proofread it.
Dan is here.
That knows that. Hiya.
Moo.
Hey, Moo. Someone that would have some information about it, about the dates and stuff. Maybe give it a little proofread.
Well, here's right off the bat.
Okay.
She was probably 95 when she died. The probably comes in because she immigrated from China in the early 1950s, and she made up her age and some other details when arriving in America. Like, we don't even know. Yeah.
It happened.
When my grandmother was alive, she never talked about her past when she was in China, except for the very, very basics and things like recipes and a few folk songs, according to my father, who's in his 60s. That's all she told him too when he was growing up. Okay, so like nobody knows. We do have extended family that I live kind of close to and see occasionally. When my sister has visited them, she has sometimes asked about their family's life in China and has met with similar non-answers, or so and so is old and forgets. Recently, when I mentioned them, my sister said she really wants to be able to visit and talk to them and learn more about our family in China. I snapped and I told her to stop bringing it up and stop talking and asking them about it. They, including my grandmother when she was alive, clearly don't want to talk. Probably for good reason, given that it was China in the 1930s through 50s, and whatever happened will just have to remain a mystery for us. Yeah, like, I don't know what they went through, obviously, and, like, if they don't want to share it, like, yeah. Then she got mad at me saying that I don't care about culture and that it's important that she understands who she is. Okay, but, like, look into that fucking history without, like, talking to your family about it. Because, like, you can look up and see some of the atrocities that were, like, waged against these people. Yeah. And it's, like, it, like, makes me kind of tear up just thinking about, like, everything that they went through. Like, I understand if they don't want to talk about it. And it's a good thing to know about your family's history and so on. Yeah, I mean, it is, but, like, it's not like there's, like, medical things that you're missing. It's not, like, you know. Yeah. That she's really just interested in family's history, and I shouldn't stop her. And it is true. She asked and learned more about other branches of our family as well, whereas I'm simply just not that interested. Okay. Like, so she is the family historian, but, like, maybe they went through some shit that they don't want to fucking talk about. And, like, she needs to, like, stop. Now, was snapping at her the right thing to do? No. Like, maybe you should have, like, talked to her about it. And I don't know. Maybe we'll cover this in the edits. Edit number 1, she keeps bringing it up repeatedly. And I'm pretty sure it's making family uncomfortable when she keeps asking because they obviously don't want to talk about it. Edit number 2, this attracted a bit more attention than I expected. Oh, wow. Like, this was a new one, too, wasn't it?
I thought it was, yeah.
And it's been interesting and good to hear other people's families' tricky histories and experiences and how they do or don't want to talk about it. Consensus mostly seems that it would be better if my sister would stop asking family about it, since it does seem to make them uncomfortable, but also for me to talk to her in a better way about it. Yes. I agree that it would be a good idea, and I'll think about how best to do it. Thanks for all the comments and feedback. Aw, this is a really sweet one.
I agree. And you never know. There was, we had a neighbor that, well into his 90s, when he decided to do a talk about his experiences in World War II as a medic. And he had never done it before. He just didn't talk about it. And he was felt very good that he did it. And someone asked him, would you do, and he spoke for a scout group. And it was very good for him to do that. So I don't think making the offer of asking is a bad thing, but
once you get like some pushback and like I don't want to talk about it, or like let's maybe not talk about that, like drop it.
Right. Yeah.
Like wait for them to be ready to talk about it. There was one not that long ago that I remember hearing about. It was a woman who was a Holocaust survivor. And she'd like never talked about it. Mm-hmm. And somebody had like asked her, and it was something that she was like, she felt like it was important at that point. And I think she was like the last remaining Holocaust survivor in her area or something like that. And she asked her son to come to it. And like the story I heard was from the perspective of the son, because the son just knew she has a tattoo, she's a Holocaust survivor, but she wouldn't talk about it. And then it was like this kind of life-changing experience for him also, that he was able to like understand what his mother had gone through. She was not able to like talk to a loved one about it because it was that close to her heart. But she was able to like
talk to an interviewer, but with
no,
the loved one there.
It was a group. It was a whole large group, and it was like she felt like she needed, like it was her responsibility to share this, and she could share it with that group. Right. But as far as like interpersonal talking to your loved ones about it, she was not able to do that. And it's different, and maybe some people could talk to loved ones about it and couldn't talk about it publicly. To me, it seemed like a little bit backwards, but like that was her process.
The gentleman I knew was like that. I mean, he sat up there in front of the whole group, and when I talked to him later about it, he said, "I've never been able to talk about it before." So I think maybe to then, if the people say, "Oh, it was just blah blah blah," I say, "Well, I'm interested in, and if you'd ever want, if you think about something that you'd want to talk about." I'd love to hear
about it.
Just keep that in mind. If that,
if you'd ever want to talk about it, I'd love to hear about it. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, well, I don't want to pester people about it.
Yeah,
like tell me some horrible historic information.
Right, like tell me about these atrocities that were waged against you.
Yes, please.
Like,
please. It's so juicy. I want to hear it.
Right, give me all the juicy deets. Spill all the tea. Spill all the tea.
Yeah.
I'm glad though that she like realized, she's like, yeah, I probably should have talked to her, because that's what we were just saying with the last one. It's like, are you asking should you have done that? Because like shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
Are you the asshole? Yeah, I don't. Maybe it wasn't an asshole move. It was just a should have done that move.
Yeah. Oopsie doopsie.
Yeah, you're fine. Just don't knock the camera over.
Yeah, I moved the camera possibly.
You can move it. It's fine. Oh, we did move it a little bit too late.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't know what I was doing. There we
Winner,
go.
winner, chicken dinner.
Excellent.
Moo moo. We're giving moos in the chat because Diana the Lavender Lady is here.
Love the moose.
I love Diana too.
Love Diana. Yep.
For those of you who are just joining us, I did have some audio issues early. We had some camera issues, some audio issues. If we are quiet this week, that is why.
Yes.
Because yeah. We're just gonna keep rolling. That is what we learned last week. Is you just keep rolling.
Yeah. Rolling.
Hello, Laura. Laura's here also. All the cool people are here.
Hiya. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Agree.
It is 12:30. Do we have time for one more?
You know how it goes.
This one I feel like
One
is...
more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that long.
Okay.
Also, it seems like it's maybe not that... It's not life and death.
Oh, boy.
Some of these get fucking heavy, okay?
Yeah, they do.
That one, like, her husband was, like, in the ICU and shit, and, like, there were millions of dollars in debt. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
This one seems less serious.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for telling my son he will lose his room if he goes away to college? Like, why not win?
Well, maybe it's a deal breaker for him. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm not going away to college. Then
I don't get my room.
Lose my bedroom. We
I
had
don't
a
get my
friend.
seat back.
We had a friend. You remember this? Who not only did he lose his high school bedroom, his parents moved state.
Yeah.
Like, he went away to the state college, and then his parents moved out of state.
It happens. I mean,
The thing that's, like, sucked for him was he was paying in-state tuition, and then when his family moved out of state, like, he had to, like, find another address to be, like, his home address so that he didn't have to pay. Do you remember that?
no, I don't remember that. I don't think I was asked.
I think you got his mail for a few years after that.
It would have been fine. He's a good kid.
Hey, Gur's here.
I do remember him popping in now and again.
Yeah. Because, you know, that was the only way. I mean, it was like half the tuition.
It's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. Yeah. It was a huge difference. Plus, he was getting, like, grants for some of it. And so it was probably, like, the difference between being able to go to that school and not being able to go to that school.
Yeah, no, I went to a state school out of state, and it's
Tina Jones is here, too. Hello.
Hiya.
Yeah, out of state school, like, is expensive. Even if it is a state school, it can be very expensive if you're not going to, like, your state school. Yeah.
It can depend, though. Some are very reasonable. Some are not.
That's true. Yeah, ours is kind of expensive if you go to the state school here. But, yeah. Okay. I'm going to hit this first, and then we're going to go.
I think Colorado was a big difference between in-state and out-of-state, the way I remember it.
The one, yeah. I don't know how big the difference was, but I remember, like, I thought that it was, like, the difference between him not being able to go to school there anymore.
Wow.
He was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Savage mama to the rescue.
I'm surprised that wasn't part of the discussion before the move.
No, you weren't. You weren't. I remember that.
No, I said I'm surprised their family didn't have a discussion about that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was family, business. I think that there was, like, it was a job decision.
Yeah.
And it was what it was. Yeah.
I believe it was.
So my son Mark, I think we're just calling him Mark. I doubt that's his real name. What 19-year-olds do you know named Mark?
Good point.
But it's fine. He wants to live on campus at his college this spring. He couldn't do it his freshman year or fall because they closed housing down for the panini.
Okay.
Currently, he has 2 places he stays at, his mom's and my house. Okay. This is Dad. I'm Dad.
Okay.
His mom lives in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment far away from his college. Okay. So, not close enough for, like, a direct commute to and from school.
Okay.
I live in a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house 20 minutes away from his college. Dad. Okay. I have a big house, but I also have 4 other boys from my second marriage who stay with me most of the time. Okay. 4 other boys. I still don't understand how it's a 4-bedroom house. There's some bedroom sharing going on. Does he get to keep a bed there? That's my question.
Well, let's read on.
Maybe if it's like you have to share with your brother, then like you have to share with your brother. Fucking deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So me and Mark are the only ones who have our own room. Oh, well, Yeah, no, he needs to share.
Okay.
And bathrooms at my place.
Okay.
I have a 12 and 10-year-old boys that are sharing a room, and they're at each other's throats over space. The 10-year-old is basically moving into my bedroom over it.
Ooh.
My room is big enough for me and him, and I don't mind, but there's going to be an extra room.
Mm-hmm.
My 6 and 3-year-olds share a room, no problem. Their room is small, whatever, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I need to separate the 12 and 10-year-old.
Yeah.
A big reason is that their mom's house is smaller and there are more people there. She remarried and there's 2 stepkids on that side.
Okay.
I told Mark he will lose his room if he does campus housing. I will not hold on to it. He asked where he is going to stay when school is out, and I told him that he could stay at his mother's. He doesn't want to do that because he has to share a bathroom with her or drive. I mean, come on. I told him the other option was to move into one of those house sheds that we can put out in the backyard. It'd be like a mini cabin. Okay, I don't think that he means just like a shed. I think they're going to fix it up. I think it's going to be like a little mini. It's going to be a little mini. It's going to be a she shed in the backyard.
I would love it, personally.
Right. I don't
at
think
this
that they're
point in life.
They're not.
At this point in life, I'd like to be in a she shed in the backyard.
I feel like we should clarify to our viewers that I am reading this as like not that they're offering to put him up without any amenities.
Yeah, we
It's
don't know.
just like,
we're just reading.
Right.
We're just reading.
He told me that's one of the most fucked up things he's ever heard. And I basically tried to kick him out of the house. And does he not see why I can't share with, or he doesn't see why I can't share with my 10-year-old when my room is massive.
I don't see why you can't share with the 10-year-old either.
I don't see why the 18-year-old or the 19-year-old can't share with the 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I think, here's my solution. Dad, move into 19-year-old's room. 19-year-old and 10-year-old move into massive bedroom. Then 10-year-old gets massive bedroom 90% of the time, and 19-year-old sleeps there on the weekends.
Can't share with my 10. He says the other room.
He
says,
thank you, Hans.
He says his room is massive.
Yes, the one that he's in now.
Yeah.
He move out of that one. Take smaller room, which is boy's room, 19-year-old room.
I'm as confused as. I'm confused because why would you say you have to live? You live in a shed in the backyard. That's going to be more money than letting him share a room in the house. I don't understand. What's Dad's thinking?
I think 19-year-old doesn't want to share a bedroom. It sounds to me like it is the 19-year-old saying, "I don't like you're."
I think I got confused with. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking that the 19-year-old was saying, why can't he share a room with the 10-year-old? I'm sorry. I completely got lost.
The kid is saying, "Dad, why can't you share with the 10-year-old?"
No, 19-year-old share.
You can share with exactly.
Okay, I completely lost. I thought Dad was saying you can't share. You go out in the yard.
No. Dad is saying
you got to share. There's
Dad
5 kids.
Dad is saying you don't get your own fucking bedroom after you move out.
Yeah.
Like you don't get to keep a bedroom in my house after you fucking move out. I've got 4 fucking kids here.
Yeah, there's 5 kids, and it's a 4-bedroom house, and there's 6 people in it.
Well, we don't know about stepmom. I think stepmom is there and shares probably Dad's bedroom, but it doesn't matter.
I don't know because he's left the 10. Yeah, I don't know.
What I'm saying is that, like, if Dad moved to a smaller bedroom and gave 19-year-old and other child the large bedroom,
that could work.
And say, hey, you've got a bed here. You can sleep here if you need to, but primarily it's going to be your brother's bedroom, and he's going to be the one who's going to put up the stuff. And you know what? You work it out. Maybe you get your own little corner or whatever. But like, if you're staying here, you don't get your own bedroom. That's what I think should be the solution.
I agree.
Yeah. Subtaneous is kids share with the teenager during the summer. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I got completely confused on who was talking.
Oh my
Spaced a little
gosh.
bit.
Laura said, the worst Am I the Asshole post I've ever seen is a sister who didn't invite her trans sibling to her wedding because her parents had disowned the siblings, but her parents were paying for the wedding. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I would like disown my parents. Like, oh my god. I'd be like, I don't. Well, okay, here's the thing is I'm a person who's like, I don't need a wedding. I feel like my sibling is more important than a fucking wedding. Like, easy, hands down. Like, if you're putting your wedding above your sibling, like, you're the asshole. You're the asshole. Oh my god. Yes. Yeah. That, I would be raging if I read that one more. There have been a few where I was like a little bit raging because they were like issues where like the kids' parents were not like respecting their gender or whatever. Like, you remember there have been a few where I got like heated?
Yeah, there have been some that have hit either of us at home.
Yeah. But
yeah, you don't get a seat back for a year.
also, like, if it was like my school, now my school didn't have like an option for off campus, like to live off campus, but like, wouldn't it be cheaper if he like stayed in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, does the son have the option? Does the son have the option to say, you know what, I'm not going to live on campus, I'm going to live off campus? And then dad saves money on housing. Like, he doesn't have to pay for his dorm room.
But you have to pay, the apartment would possibly be more expensive.
If they stay in the house that they're in, son keeps his room, they figure out some other situation with the siblings. Not saying that it's doable. I'm saying that if that were the case, could dad say, okay, then I'm not paying for your housing on campus. I'm not paying for your dorm and save money. You keep your room here and I save money.
But he wants to go away. That was the thing. He wants that away experience. He didn't have it during the panini, and he wants that now.
Does he?
He says. Yeah, he wants to live on campus at his college of spring. He couldn't do that earlier.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you
experience.
I just feel like that's what I'm saying though, is like for dad, like that's kind of like the ultimatum or whatever. Is like, okay, if you're gonna live on campus, then like that's where you're living. If I'm gonna spend all the money for you to live on campus, I'm not also keeping a room for you here.
Yeah. We're not also with the museum here for you.
Laura, if your brother got married and did that, I would go to your brother's wedding and punch him. I'm just like, oh my god, I would be so fucking mad. Yeah, the college kid has the option to stay with their mom or stay in the shed or share with their brother. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, Laura. There's 3 options.
You got all kinds of options, yeah.
The shed sounds good to me.
Obviously, it doesn't sound good to him. Let's see what his response was here. Okay, but what I'm saying is that, like, what's good to you?
Yeah.
And we've said that before, that it's like, you know what? And I've said this before, but I was talking to Spackle the other day, and, like, my microwave isn't working right now, right? But if I was, like, managing a property and, like, the microwave went out, and somebody, like, of course I'm going to get right on it and fucking fix somebody else's microwave, even though I can live without a microwave. Like, a microwave is a pretty basic necessity, and, like, yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's,
priorities are
different priorities for different people.
Absolutely.
And, like, the shed is not okay with him. Obviously not. Because he told me that it was one of the most fucked up things that he'd ever heard.
I bet you put that 12-year-old out there and he'd love that shed.
There's an idea, Dad.
That might be illegal.
That might
be illegal.
Oh, okay. Does it have to have running water and stuff? You remember that friend of mine that lived, so his grandma had like the fourplex, and there was like an outbuilding that was just an office, but he lived in the office. And it was like, there was no running water. He had to like go across the driveway to like go to the bathroom and stuff.
Oh.
It was just a room, but it was disconnected.
He liked it.
He loved it. He loved it. Yeah. But that is not necessarily like a livable place for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah.
You know. Plus, if you put the 12-year-old out there, you might get like CPS called on you.
Exactly. And I don't think Dad can go on the shed either.
Laura said the friend I visited for Christmas is subhuman. He doesn't have a microwave. How dare he? How dare he? Campus does, in some places, kick everyone out for the holidays, or where I lived, it was just an additional fee. Mm-hmm. But for summer holidays, they did kick us out.
It depends, and some of them will make they'll have one building, so you kind of have to go live in this other, because they don't want to heat all, because they're heating big buildings.
I remember that. I never stayed, but I remember that now. It was like everybody had to move to this building for that month. And then they could move. It was like,
well, because it's expensive to heat a huge building for one person.
But then they could go back. It was more like camping out of that building for the month, because they wouldn't bring all of their shit. They would just bring enough, for that month, or probably even less, because they're college kids and they're bad at planning.
Yeah, of course.
So they were just like running
going
back
and forth. Yeah.
Oh, good time.
I did that one year. I went home and then I went back a day early. And I knew I wasn't supposed to, but I thought, well, I'll get in, and I had a key and everything, and and it'll be dark, and that's fine. I can, and I didn't, and it was in Florida, so, but I did not factor in how chilly it gets around Tampa.
Oh yeah, up there is pretty chilly.
Oh, that was the coldest night of my life. It was so cold.
And technically southern Florida.
And I'm laying in there, and I could see the police circle the campus. So I'm like,
just hiding,
I'm hiding,
shivering.
Don't light a candle.
I'm just thinking her toes are cold, but she can't light a fire.
I can't even light a candle.
No candles in a freaking dorm room. Are you kidding me? That's a big no-no.
Yeah.
We were not even allowed coffee makers. Except for the special ones that were...
Well, you weren't.
Which I thought that was great, that our college had a contract with a specific brand of coffee maker. That was the one coffee maker that we were on. Because there's no other safe coffee makers on the face of the planet that we could possibly buy.
Yeah. Kickback.
Also, you could not buy... you could not use coffee in it. You had to buy... it was like pods before pods. It was before Keurigs, but you had to buy the pre-filled things. There's so much waste with it every single time. It was just like
kickback.
Oh, Laura said we crack her up.
It's like somebody told me yesterday they were dropping stuff off to return at Amazon, and they said, "Oh, you can make returns at Whole Foods." And I said, "Oh, I didn't know that." And then as the day went on, they're like, "Yeah, I'm going to be at Whole Foods. I guess I'll just do some shopping there. I don't usually do it. It's going to be expensive." And they're like, "That's why they put the Amazon drop box there."
That's what was
because
the one
you're dropping stuff off. Like, okay, I'm right here.
What's the one here where they do it? I can't remember.
I
think it's Kohl's, and I think Kohl's was literally on the verge of going into bankruptcy or whatever, and then they struck this deal with Amazon.
Wow.
And there's they've done statistics on it, because they save, whatever barcode, and then, they can tell. And it's 1 in 6 people who go to make a return at Kohl's will make a purchase at Kohl's, because it's well, I'm here, may as well look around.
Get foot traffic.
And businesses like Kohl's still rely on that. And that's one of the only ways where they can ensure that they are getting.
And it's probably back at the service desk, which is in the back of the store, so you have to walk through the store.
It used to be at the front, and now it's at the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can, if you drop it in the front, but you may all the way back.
Which also is so far away from my car. It is so you think when you park right outside, but it is so far away from my car.
So you'll need to make a purchase.
No, it's just I have to look at people.
Oh yeah.
And I hate that shit.
Yeah,
which is why
I don't like
I
it.
will always manually select the option, because that's the one that comes up automatically. If you don't do anything, it's just take it back to Kohl's, whatever. I always manually select the UPS store, because it's it's just right there. I only have to walk in 5 feet.
Yeah.
And even if I have to park all the way across the parking
lot. I'll park in a different parking lot and walk through the
Whatever.
back. Yeah.
You don't actually have to look at people in a parking lot.
Yeah.
When you're in a store and they're like employees are like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to make eye contact with you.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
leave me alone.
No. Yeah. No, I always pick UPS too. It's going to drop.
You don't usually even have to talk to them. They're like, "Oh, you're one of those introvert returners."
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
You like show up with the barcode in one.
Yeah,
hand.
you rolled up with item barcode.
Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Please
Got
don't talk to me.
check. Got it. Bye. Only.
So many times I've gone in there without saying a single word. Now that you think about it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. I do hold it like that. My phone. Here's your return.
Here's your package. You set the one down. Yeah.
They don't even ask anymore. They
May
just
I
be
be
like,
excused?
Amazon return.
May I be excused?
Right. Well, speaking of being excused, we are 10 minutes early.
Well.
Should we write a 10-minute musical on the spot? I guess we could go back to
give that a down vote.
Oh my gosh, it hates me. It just hates me.
Our audio is still off?
I
No,
feel like I
it's
fixed
just
it.
Moving. It's moving.
I
now.
fixed it finally.
She fixed it.
I went to the wrong audio channel. My apologies. Thank you again, GeoSam, for the
Yeah.
for the intro.
Wow.
That I like accidentally. Yeah, I was trying to look all fucking professional this week. Okay, good. Audio's good now. Yes.
Wow. It was touch and go there. It was really touch and go.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
But thank you, GeoSam. That was a surprise and I loved it.
Yeah, I surprised her with it. I was like, by the way, we've got something new. Like, you knew that it was maybe coming. We had talked about it beforehand.
But I didn't. I was out of mind.
Out of mind, and it was so fast that he like
that's
got
what
it back
I'm
to
saying.
us. That it was
so
like
fast. Yeah.
I don't think that you would have anticipated it.
No, no.
Back by this week.
Because you did tell me there was going to be a surprise.
I did at the last minute. I was like, oh, there's a surprise, by the way.
And I was nervous. Nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Well, maybe nervous as a cat in a room with one rocking chair.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, it was a better surprise than you never know.
Like that time. What's the worst surprise I've given you on?
You? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like the peanut butter and garlic wasn't a surprise.
Oh. Is Lavender Lady still on?
She might be.
I perhaps,
Savage Mama was not a fan.
I perhaps cannot speak freely about that.
But to be fair, she is what launched our whole recent peanut butter and whatever sandwich series. So, yep.
Yeah. Yes, she did. And it's been a good run.
Yeah. So let us know. Wait, what are we going to put on a sandwich with peanut butter next week? Because we do have the idea for the pineapple, the Hawaiian bread,
Hawaiian bread.
Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah.
But like, I think we should do peanut butter on Hawaiian bread.
I don't know anything. Diana, love you.
I love you, Diana.
I love trying new tasty sandwiches.
And I gotta say, I did not mind the peanut butter and garlic sandwich, but it wasn't necessarily my favorite. I think I would prefer peanut butter and garlic over the peanut butter and bacon. Okay.
But we did say.
Simos is back too.
Hey, Simos.
I hope your dentist appointment went okay.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Maybe we don't want to know.
We're sorry. Sorry. But I think the garlic, if it was roasted garlic cream smeared on.
We talked about that, yeah.
Maybe that was Hawaiian bread.
And peanut butter?
Yeah.
Are you gonna roast the garlic?
I can roast garlic, yeah, if I remember. And if I get it, that its pickup is delayed this week because we're supposed to get a snow, ice, sleet storm tonight.
I just heard a winter storm advisory.
Okay.
But yeah.
I heard that, and then I clicked on that, and like, oh, no, tomorrow's all full. So everybody else had that same idea I did.
That's why you had to go to the little store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the store that doesn't tell you the prices on bread.
I know, and I know that they've got a little clicky gun.
Maybe I could ask, can I borrow your clicky gun? Because I'm going to be over here picking out my bread.
$3.19, right? Okay.
Right on it with a Sharpie.
It's not. It is not like an electronic clicky gun. To be fair, it is one of those where you like pull the thing and turn it to set what it says on the ticket, and then you click it, and it's one price tag at a time where it stamps.
Oh, I thought you were saying the scanner was going to tell me the price.
No.
Oh.
The scanner's not going to tell. No, it is a clicky gun
to put.
It's a sticker gun. It's a price sticker gun. Yeah, they have one. That's what I'm saying. It's like they just need to like actually put because the way that I was trained at that store was whatever the price is, you click it into the little thing, and then you go through and you just on the butt of each bread.
The butt
of each loaf, like the heel, the end part of the loaf, the bottom of the bag, basically. You just boop, 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 boop.
Oh, okay.
And that's usually why you'll see it like at the very end of the loaf. It's not on the top, but it's at the end. It's because it's easier just to boom do it when you're going. But yeah.
Holy Speckles got issue with Hawaiian bread.
Because it's. But how do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
She likes pineapple on pizza.
So what if we turn it into Hawaiian?
Oh, she did the
pizza?
She labeled him on the butt too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We are the same person.
Yeah.
Didn't you know?
Yeah.
We're the same person. I can't not imagine.
That hurts.
That hurts to think about. I can't imagine how much it must have hurt in real life.
Yeah, right. Pineapple on pizza is fab.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying is we take the pineapple bread. Now, keep in mind, Spackle, I don't know if you were here when we discussed. It's not pineapple. It's not Hawaiian rolls. It is Hawaiian. Is a
bread.
Loaf, pre-sliced Hawaiian bread. Is it pre-sliced? I was imagining because I said like this.
Best thing since sliced bread. That was my dad's sayings. That's the best thing since sliced bread.
What if we do the quiche squishy method for the crust? Do you remember when we did bread quiche a while back?
I remember we pushed it. That was the.
Yeah, you just push it down. But what if we push it down?
And then we put an egg in it?
No, forget the egg.
I like eggs.
I said the word quiche and she got off on an egg.
I like eggs.
No, push it down. That's our crust.
Okay.
Then we add the sauce and the cheese and the pineapple.
Well,
and then we bake it, and it's a pineapple pizza.
We're going to have to work on this and get back because we had the English muffin suggestion.
What wine goes with a peanut butter sandwich? I don't know. That would be a good question for my brother.
Yeah.
Would it be like a red wine or would it be like a white wine? Do you think?
Well,
This one I think would be like a red wine. This is like a hard
Yeah.
beer. Like
what we
this
had
is
today.
yeah.
Yeah, this was a
Yeah.
red wine.
I think it kind of depends on the which peanut butter sandwich you're going with. But this one I would say red wine.
I think it's always going to be red wine, but that's just. Well, we'll have something really good next week.
We'll figure it out.
It'll be good. I'm thinking pineapple might be involved.
Or Hawaiian bread.
Right. That's what I'm saying in some version. In a version.
I don't know. I'm just the producer. You're the talent. I don't know.
No, that's not the case. But, okay.
Aw.
Well, we'll work on that.
Okay. Yeah.
We've got some good ideas to go with.
I feel so bad for Laura.
Oof. Action, yeah. Nothing. Oh, mouth ache. Oof. It's just a whole nother.
Yeah.
Oh.
I take it as a sign of badness when you realize that peanut butter never goes bad over time. It can though. It can.
Yeah, I think it can.
Yeah, it can go like off. Kind of how like peanuts go off.
Yeah.
And I had a jar of peanut butter not that long ago that I like got to the bottom of the jar and I was like, ooh no, like that's
Seriously.
because it was the one that my wife bought the wrong one
Oh,
and we just had it for like
it was back up for a long time.
it was back up for a long time and then finally by the time I got to the end of the jar I was like that tastes like a bad peanut, you know, and it was like
yeah.
but yeah. Now honey.
Save that for the afterlife. And they did.
The Egyptians did, yep.
And they did.
Yep. If it wasn't for peanut butter, I'd probably die. I swear to goodness, it's one of my preferred sources of protein.
Mine too.
Same. And you really like eggs, but I think I probably eat like more peanut butter than eggs.
I love eggs. Does Holy Spackle eat meat? Do you know?
Yes.
Oh, but still likes the protein.
She doesn't eat like meat off of like a bone. So if it looks like it came off of an animal, she won't eat it. But if she can like mentally separate it, then she will. Which
whatever gets you through the night. Or the day.
You sound like you were judging her for eating meat. Like
no, I'm saying
whatever lets you deal with that guilt.
I'm saying whatever gets you through enough protein. To me, it's
right.
Getting enough protein is a deal.
I feel like we should explain that we feel no ill will towards people who eat meat.
No,
that's
no, I don't care.
Sometimes I feel like there are people who eat too much meat, and I like worry about their digestive tract. But like that is my concern, not like you have terrible morals because all you eat is meat. Like I
don't care about. I mean, if somebody maybe lives in my house, but otherwise, I don't care if you eat too much of anything. It's your own gig. No, I just meant to me, getting enough protein is an issue, and if that helps her get protein,
yeah. Laura said, if the nuclear apocalypse ever happens, all that will be left will be giant cockroaches driving Toyota pickup trucks and dining on peanut butter and Twinkies. And I think that you're probably right.
I think she got all of them. Yeah, let's see. Yep. Cockroaches, they'll make it. Toyota trucks will make it. Peanut butter will make it. And Twinkies. Yep. I think she's right.
Yep.
I put a bag over it. I can eat it. I don't even get that one.
Puts a bag over its head. Like I don't have to look at it. Is it mostly made out of real vegans? I love it.
Oh, put a bag over it. Oh.
A meat minimalist. You know, one of my exes was kind of like that. That it was, I would forget sometimes that he ate meat. Like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, go for it. Get the meat option.
Yeah.
But and I kind of feel like that's kind of what Cora's turning into. Like over
really?
the years, yeah. It's like, but yeah, I forget that there are people like that. Where's the PB lovers that, I mean, we love the peanut butter. Yeah.
I agree, Spackle. Seems
What?
difficult, but it's difficult to prepare vegan food. But I think that's just probably because for myself, I've not done it.
It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
All it is exactly what we eat minus the eggs and dairy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which we're just not used to doing.
Yeah.
And
But
we're not used to.
and when I tell meat eaters that like I eat the same thing as you, just not the meat, they're like, "What do you mean?"
talking about? What you talking
But
about?
like, so I realized that it is kind of.
I
like
think a Toyota truck is a good call. You're good with that.
I have a Toyota truck. I bought one last year. I love it.
That's a good call. Yeah.
For a while I was a little bit worried that it was a little bit bigger than I wanted. Now I feel a lot more comfortable driving it. I think just at first it was like it was big, but whatever size. They also have small ones too.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Okay.
We are a little bit over time, but that's okay.
It's been
we should
nice.
Go ahead and sign off. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all for sticking with us through a couple issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
That our trusty leader fixed.
Yeah. That we can blame on our producer.
But you fixed them.
But yeah.
So thank you all.
Yeah. True Monkey said, "I'm not a vegan, but I see the struggles of being a vegan and support that lifestyle to be easier to attain." Yeah. Ooh, I can imagine. I've not lost my gallbladder yet. This one has. And lucky you don't eat raw red meat because apparently it's hell on the gallbladder.
Oh, well, that is good to know.
I
Bye,
do know
Laura.
sour cream hates
Yeah,
me.
yeah, sour. Yeah,
That's one thing that hates me.
yeah. Oh, good to know. Yeah, no gallbladder here.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
We're signing off anyway, Laura, but good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. I also have another little surprise for you, but you don't get to hear it until afterwards. They get to hear it right now. I've got end credits. Go and send my little fry. Go and send.